Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah. What's up? It's that boy Coach Malachi Williams in the building. We back. New Media Today USA Boxing. We are back. Literally, we are back. I just got home. Literally. Had to take care of some business. I wasn't sure if I was going to go live today because I wasn't sure if I was going to be back in time, but I just said, you know what, man, if I had to run it from my phone, I'll run it from my phone, but made it back in time. Literally, I just made it back minutes ago. Let's get a note. Let YouTube send out all the notifications. You guys know me, man. I'm gonna come with the heat today. I already got it, pretty much. Finna give you guys the rundown of what's going on. You know me, man. I don't come with it. I don't come with the fake shit, the clickbait, whatever. I don't come with that. You know what I mean? I'm coming with the real shit today, right? But yeah, man, let's have a good show today. As a matter of fact, let me do this. Hold on, guys. Let me try to. Bam. Okay, put my logo right there. Let's go. Who we got in the building? Plagiarism. What's going on, fam? Solo Dolo. Say we out here. What's going on, my brother? Manny G in the building. Yes, sir. We back. Knockdown 305. What's happening? As a matter of fact, I got the receipt too. So I'm going to pull the receipt up right quick. Hold on, guys. Let me pull the receipt up right quick, man. I had them burn a couple before I sat down. I had them burn a couple before I sat down. So hold on, guys. Let me find the receipt. Damn, that's it right there. Okay, I had a receipt up too. And let me see. I think, do I have another receipt? I think I have another receipt too. Hold on, guys. You know me. I'm a stickler for showing it to you. You know what I mean? Or leading you in the right direction. Let me see. Lord have mercy. It looks like somebody getting beat up on social media. I don't want to see that. Yada. Oh yeah, this is a joke right here. So I'm gonna leave that right there. I might show that later on today too. Let's give everybody a round of applause who's here. Yep. It is what it is, baby boy. Let's get into the show. Shout out to little Green Eyes P. What's going on, Mr. VA? What you say? You say, Mr. VA 50. You say I'm burning one now. Yeah, you burning one now. Yeah, I had left this. I had to take care of something, and I didn't have nothing to burn. So right before the show, sometimes I may burn a couple before I burn at least one before I do the show. You know what I mean? And I think I burned a couple yesterday before the show yesterday too, but I was just so tired from the workout. You get what I'm saying? I'm tired right now. I'm tired right now. I had a long drive, but anyway, knockdown 305. What's up, baby? Dade County's finest. It is what it is. We got 86 in here. Once we get to 100, I'll get the show started. Man. We're gonna look like we're gonna have quite a few people here today. So look like we're gonna have quite a few people today. Mr. LDBC, he said, Coach, you in the big leagues now. Hey, Mr. LDBC, why you say that? Hey, why you say that? Why I'm in the big leagues? He said you're in the big leagues now.
True.
Hey, you gotta tell me why you say that. Why I'm in the big leagues now? Why now? Why is it now that I'm in the big leagues? You know what I mean? Boy, let me tell you something. I got some good shit over here, boy. But I got some stuff over here, man. Hey, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Hit that like button. Hit the like button for the old boy, man. We want to get those likes up. We got to get those likes up. You know what I mean? Because I'm going to open up the phone line. So let's get into the show. We have over 100 right now. Let's get into the show because I want to open up these phone lines. But once we get the likes up. Spence Crawford fight has a big problem, says Bob Arum. Right? A lot of people don't like Bob Arum. Who cares? Whether I like him, you like him, it don't matter. Spence Crawford fight has big problems, says Bob Arum. He suggests PBC lower the PBC prices, lower the prices, right? And I'm going to let you hear the context of what he's saying it in. And I'm not going to lie. I don't know about lowering the prices or whatever the case may be. But one thing I will say, Tim Scott of the PBC says something very similar. And people who I've talked to who's close to the situation, I don't sit back and say sources and all that stuff there, but people who I spoke with that's close to the situation have been very consistent in what they've been telling me. And the people who I've been speaking with, who I know that's very close to the situation, everything they told me thus far has been spot on. And I haven't even said anything to you guys. Because when they tell me stuff, I don't say it to you guys. I just keep it and internalize it for myself and keep it. And I hear what everyone else is talking about, but I sit back and look and see is what I'm being told. If what I'm seeing is lining up with what I'm being told. And so far, what I've seen has been lining up with what I've been told. True, true, true. I'm not going to tell you what I've been told because then it'll be a sources say situation. So I'm not going to tell you what I've been told, but I'm just watching. I'm just watching. Just watching. That's all. That's all I'm going to say. I'm just watching. Now, Spence Crawford fight might not happen, or it maybe will happen. Who knows? I don't know, right? Because of illegal streaming, according to Bob Arum. Bob talked about the illegal streaming. Illegal streaming is huge. I've been doing some investigation on it. It's a big problem. It's a big problem, right? Now, a lot of people, fight fans, boxing fans, they stream fights. They don't pay for the fights. According to, Leonard Ellaby says that there's only like 200,000 hardcore boxing fans that actually paid for fights around the world. That's what Leonard Ellaby says. He can't really say for around the world because in the UK, their situation is different in the UK. But there's something that Bob Arum talks about as it relates to the UK that I kind of agree with. In the UK is different. The UK is built different. And I tell you guys, I think very highly of boxing fans from the UK and boxing fans from Mexico. I feel like they have really been keeping this sport alive over here, around the world, across the pond, and over here, even in North America. American boxing fans are very, very fickle. There's only a few of us now, I guess, and we see what's going on right now. I think this is a casual movement. It's probably more casuals than hardcore boxing fans right now, according to what Leonard Ellaby has been saying. So I'm listening to what Leonard Ellaby is saying. I'm listening to what Tim Smith has been saying, Vice President of the PBC of Operations. I'm listening to what Bob Arum been saying. I'm listening to what the people who I talk to that's close to the situation been saying. And it's like, you know what? I'm connecting all of the dots. Guess what, though? Regardless of how you feel about Bob Arum, I think Bob Arum is right on this. See, you got to know how to be fair and just. Just because you don't like a person, what tells the true character of a man, can you be just to that individual that you don't like? You got to know how to be just, right? So let's break down some things and analyze it. Bob Arum suggests that Spence Crawford pay-per-view prices should be lowered as a saving grace to entice fans not to illegally stream the fight if the fight is made. Now let's break this down, this particular interview what Bob Arum gave, and tell me, what do you guys think? Tell me what you guys think. If you listen to YouTube, subscribers and certain YouTube channels, they say that this is going to be the biggest fight since one of the biggest fights in the history of boxing. And that this fight is going to sell astronomical numbers. That's what, according to certain subscribers who probably don't pay for fights, and certain YouTube channels are saying. That's what they're saying. This is going to be the biggest thing since Tyson Holyfield 1 and 2, or the biggest thing since Floyd, not Floyd Manny Pacquiao, but Floyd, Robert Guerrero. I think that did a little over 1 million pay-per-view buys, something like that. It's going to be huge like that. And it's going to do astronomical numbers. That's what they say, right? True. We're going to find out. SC, what you say? You say so why they worried about the streaming? Oh, it's very simple. Why they worried about the streaming? If you stream the fight, you're not going to pay for the fight. If you're not paying for the fight, then that's money that they're not making. They're losing. It's like saying, and if they're losing money on the fight because you're streaming it, then it's a lose-lose situation. You get what I'm saying? That's why they worried about the streaming. You get what I'm saying? And they should worry about the streaming. But I know you probably don't understand. Well, if you're saying that, you're talking about the PBC and Bob Arum and stuff like that. I don't know, but that's why though. That's why. And Tim Smith of the PBC. As a matter of fact, let's pull him up. Let's pull him up too. Let's pull him up. Let's pull him up. I want to pull him up because I want to tie all this shit together. I want to tie all this shit together. That's why I want to pull him up. Hold on. Hold on. Let me pull it up right now. There we go. There we go. There they go. There they go. There they go. Pass me them things. Let's get them. 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 Let's go. Let's go. This is what I've been hearing. This is what I've been hearing. Shout out to my man. Shout out to True Gritter 402, man. Omaha, Nebraska's finest. Teach, what you say, fam? Teach say it's not even a comparison when it comes to USA versus UK. UK when USA is 40 times bigger. Where's the proof? UK has more loyal followers. See, you're looking at America is 40 times bigger, but what does that have to do with boxing? What does that have to do with boxing? America could be 100 times bigger. What does that have to do with boxing? Shout out to NMFI. You say if they make it $25, then they're saying more people will not stream it. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I'm going to run it down to you right now. I'm going to run it down to you right now. Hey, what you say? The one, Mr. Ham, he said, yes, sir. That old school Ghetto Dope album. Yes, sir. Ghetto D. Pass me them things. Let's get them. He says, teach the population of people buying the fight. You said that you said America is 40 times bigger. And then you say the population of people buying the fight. So you saying because America is 40 times bigger than the UK, that increases the population of people buying the fight? That's the one flaw that you made right there. You're assuming that because America is 40 times bigger, that increases the population of people buying the fight. The question you got to ask yourself, in America, how many boxing fans do you have in this vast country? This country has what, 330 million people? That makes up America. Out of 330 million people, you got to ask yourself how many of those are boxing fans who buy fights. That's the question you got to ask yourself. Got to ask the right questions. Modern King Boxing. He said UK fan base is way better, point blank, period. UK and Mexican fan base. Boxing nerd, you say feel different about the fight being made, coach? Say me? Oh, if you feel different, me, I've been consistent. I've been consistent from day one. Heck, the big heck said, who's ducking who? Ain't nobody ducking nobody. I'm not gonna push that narrative that some YouTube channels who are pro Spence are going to say, I'm not going to use their talking points. Pricing yourself out. You need to be realistic. 80-20 split, 70-30 split, 60. I'm not using their talking points. I'm not using dudes behind avatars talking points and YouTube channels talking points. I'm just going to give it to you straight, and they can take it or leave it alone. That's all I'm going to do. I'm not here to push any narratives or none of that. He said, box of conversation in the house. Shout out to Reds. But here you go right here. Let's see what Bob Arum got to say, then we're going to talk. And then I'm going to tie it all up in a nice little bow for you. All right? Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on, guys. Hold on. All right, there we go. I got it. Let you guys hear it and see what's up. Take it or leave it alone. Don't make me know never mind, but I'll take it or leave it alone.
And look, I mean, another fight that's out there, and again, I know your hands are not in this, but you do have so much experience with the people. I've just got to ask you about it. Spence Crawford is taking quite a while to get finalized. Any observations from that situation?
Well, same problem.
Yeah.
It's a big
Money.
fight. It has tremendous interest from people who follow boxing, but that doesn't necessarily translate into revenue from pay-per-view, which is the biggest source, because
Let's start right there. I want you to hear this again. I listen very well. I don't go by what dudes say on social media, because dudes behind avatars can say anything. And I don't go by what YouTube channels who have an overall bias because of whatever perks they may be getting. I don't go by what they say neither, right? I listen very, very well. I'm a stickler for, I listen very well. I do a lot of talking, but I am a damn good listener. I'm seeing you guys pick up on this. Here's one more game.
And look, I mean, another fight that's out there, and again, I know your hands are not in this, but you do have so much experience with the people. I've just got to ask you about it. Spence Crawford is taking quite a while to get finalized. Any observations from that situation?
well, same problem.
Yeah,
It's a big
Money.
fight. It has tremendous interest from people who follow boxing.
Let's start right there. He said it's the same problem. So we heard in the past that the problem was you signed to the wrong promotional company. This is why this fight is not going to happen. You're on the wrong side of the street. This is why this fight's not going to happen. These were the problems, right? You fight on a different network. This is the reason why the fight's not going to happen. These are the problems that we were hearing online, right? And you signed to the wrong promoter. Bob Arum is in the way. Remember that? Those are the 4 problems. Bob Arum says it's the same problem. So if it's the same problem and he's not involved in it, then it can't be the 4 things that they said was the reason why the fight wasn't happening. The networks, wrong side of the street, wrong promoter is blocking the fight, and something else. I forgot what it was. Something else, right? Something else. I said 4, something else. He's not in the equation. So we know those problems are gone. Disappear. Vamos. Follow me. Follow me. Now, he said that this fight has a lot of interest in people who are, hold on, what did he say? I want to make sure I got it right.
and look, I mean, another fight that's out there.
I want to
and
make
again,
sure I get it
know
right.
your hands are not in this, but you do have so much experience with the people. I've just got to ask you about it. Spence Crawford is taking quite a while to get finalized. Any observations from
Spence Crawford taking quite a while to get finalized. Now, if you listen to certain narrative YouTube channels, you know, Crawford scared, he running, he ducking, too much money, wrong side of the street, wrong promoter, baby mama, this, that, yada, 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 yada. All that shit was some bullshit. But we're going to continue on.
that situation?
Well, same problem.
Yeah,
It's a big
Money.
fight. It has tremendous interest from people who follow boxing, but that doesn't necessarily translate into revenue from pay-per-view, which is the biggest source.
So he said this fight has a lot of interest from people who follow boxing. On YouTube, you got people who follow boxing. On different social, on Facebook, Reddit groups that I'm a part of, Twitter, you have a lot of people who are interested, who follow boxing. A lot of them, some of them are in this chat. Some of them are in other YouTube channels chat. They have a lot of interest in people who follow boxing. But guess what he said right after that? He said, yeah, but that doesn't necessarily translate into revenue from pay-per-view. This is what he said. I didn't say it, you said it. He said it. You got a whole lot of motherfuckers online that say a whole lot of shit. You guys know, I showed receipts every time I bought a fight on here. You know what I mean? And I'm not telling anybody to buy anything. If stream, do whatever you want to do. But I've been hearing, I'm telling you what I've been hearing. I've been hearing the same common theme from different people. And all of them, either all of these guys who are conspiring against each other, and I seriously doubt that, or there's some truth to what they're saying. Let's continue.
Because of the piracy, and the fight translate into revenue, people who follow boxing, but that doesn't necessarily translate into revenue from pay-per-view, which is the biggest source, because of the piracy. and the fighters realize how big a fight it is, and they want to get paid big amounts of money. And the promoter, in this case, PBC, has to look at it and say, you know, hey, we'll put it on, we'll give you nice guarantees, but you got to really live from the upside, which the fighters realize now will not develop, will probably not develop.
Wow.
So
Bob said the fight probably will not develop. And what he's saying is, now you don't have to believe anything Bob Arum says. I'm not here to convince you, and I'm not here to influence anyone anyway. That's not my job. I'm just gonna lay it out for you. Everybody's grown men and women in the chat. You can come to your own conclusion, right? I've heard a lot of things as it relates to this fight. I hardly ever talk about Spence and Crawford on this channel. Hardly ever. Call me when the fight made. When I hear something that someone says in the chat or a YouTube channel say, I automatically know what it is before it's even said. I just don't say nothing, but I already know what it is. You know what I mean? Break this shit down like this. Basically, he's saying that, hey, you know, you got a lot of people online interested in the fight, but that doesn't translate into pay-per-view buys. We do know that. You have Floyd Mayweather coming out saying that, please don't illegally stream Tank Davis's fights. Floyd said that on several occasions. Tank Davis fights have been getting illegally streamed as well. Floyd talked about that. Yeah, man, y'all please don't stream the fight. And it's funny, the reason why Floyd said is because, damn, Floyd, you the one that said that you robbing the bank and you doing illegal bank robbery and stuff like that. So you're going to throw it in the people's face that you're robbing the bank by cherry picking and putting matches together that you know your fighter is going to be overwhelmingly favored to win. So you brag about that in one breath, but then when the pay-per-view numbers are low, and this is why Showtime stopped revealing the pay-per-view numbers. This is why they stopped doing that. Because the pay-per-views haven't been selling the way a lot of people have been reporting it. Because nothing has been shown to verify. I know this. Not here to convince anybody of this, but these numbers that we've been hearing that all these fighters supposed to be doing, they're not doing that. They're not doing that. Now, it might hurt some people's egos about their fighter that they love that so much, but they're not doing that because this is why Tim Smith of the PBC is saying, man, you know, all these people talking, but shit, they ain't gonna buy the fight, they gonna steal it. How do you know they gonna steal the fight, Tim? I thought y'all was doing real good on pay-per-views. I thought all these other guys, the Spences and the Tank Davises and stuff, they was doing astronomical numbers over there on pay-per-views. How do you know? Unless those numbers that's being leaked out or reported or people making up, unless those numbers is not what y'all saying they are. Not the PBC or Showtime. They don't give out numbers, but you get what I'm saying. So the common theme I've been hearing is people streaming, illegal streaming. And what they're saying is they don't have a problem with putting on a fight. They know people are going to illegally stream it. But he said both fighters want money. He didn't say Terrence Crawford being unrealistic, even though Terrence Crawford got a lawsuit against him. All this other shit. He said both fighters want to get paid. From when Steve Kim was over here, was on the phone, he said that from what he's been hearing, both fighters want more than $20 million apiece. Spence and Crawford. I have no physical proof of that, but this is what he was telling me what he was hearing. Okay, well, if that's the case, then how do you justify that from a number standpoint? If you're not going to sell the amount of pay-per-views that are needed in order to make it make sense financially, because people are going to illegally stream it, and the people who capping online who say, yeah, we want to see this fight, they're very interested in this fight, most of those guys don't buy no fights at all any goddamn ways. Right? This is what they're saying. Let's continue.
Unless somebody wants to subsidize that fight, I don't know how it gets done.
Wow. That's a darn shame, Bob. I mean, that's really a change.
Upside, which
Let's hear this part one more
is-
time.
But you gotta,
Because I was talking, right? I want you to hear it without me
Look,
talking.
I mean, another fight that's out there, and again, I know your hands are not in this, but you do have so much experience with the people. I've just got to ask you about it. Spence Crawford is taking quite a while to get finalized. Any observations from that situation?
well, same problem.
Yeah,
It's a big
Money.
fight. It has tremendous interest from people who follow boxing, but that doesn't necessarily translate into revenue from pay-per-view, which is the biggest source because of the piracy. And the fighters realize how big a fight it is, and they want to get paid big amounts of money. And the promoter, in this case, PBC, has to look at it and say, you know, hey, we'll put it on, we'll give you nice guarantees, but you've got to really live from the upside, which the fighters realize now will not develop, will probably
Yeah.
not develop.
Wow.
So again, unless somebody wants to subsidize that fight, I don't know how it gets done.
that's
So he's saying that he don't, if unless somebody's willing to subsidize that fight, meaning put the money up, he doesn't know how it gets done because of the problems at hand. Let's continue.
Not develop, will probably
Yeah.
not develop.
wow.
So again, unless somebody
And then he said that the fight probably won't develop. This is what he's saying.
wants to subsidize that fight, I don't know how it gets done.
Wow. That's a darn shame, Bob. I mean, that's really a changing dynamic of the sport. And I know this is something that's been happening over the course of the last 2-3 years, especially. But this issue of piracy is something that I think everyone involved in the sport is really going to need to get their arms around and figure out a solution. Or, you know, some of these fights.
One solution might be, and if you pay big guarantees to the fighters, you can't crap around with experiments. But you look at our friends in the UK who still do very robust numbers on pay-per-view. And you say, why? Is it because the English fans are so honest that they won't tap into a stream? Or is it because it's a much smaller cost to get the pay-per-view in the UK, 20 pounds or 25 pounds for a really big fight? And people then don't bother to steal the signal. They are willing to pay the freight. But if you start, as we do here, you have $80 pay-per-views, that's a whole different exercise.
Yes, it is.
So you hear what he's saying? He's basically saying that, hey, he bigged up the UK. He say, man, the UK, people over there in the UK, you know, they're a little bit more honest or whatever. They pretty much buy pay-per-views in the UK because the prices that their pay-per-view prices don't cost a whole lot of money. So since their pay-per-view prices don't cost a whole lot of money, you know, for people to buy fights, in the UK, they buy fights. This is what he's saying. Over here in the US, because the prices are so high that in the US, they really don't buy fights. Over here, they're going to illegally stream in and steal the fight. This is what he's saying. So now hold on. I know what you're going to say. Oh man, that's Bob Arum, racist Bob Arum, plantation owner Bob Arum. You can't believe nothing he say. You know what I mean? We only trust the brother man. The brothers know what's going on. Okay, I'm finna give you a brother. I'm finna give you a brother for all my Wakanda ice out there. I'm finna give you a brother. Let's see what the brother man has to say, though. Let's see what the brother man got to say. But let's continue. Let's listen. We're going to follow it up with the brother. I got the brother man right here to the left. I'm finna let you hear the brother man.
Points. I wonder if that could materialize.
Well, the problem is that it's a theory. If we drop the cost of the pay-per-view down to $20 or $25, which is what we started with on pay-per-view, would people then forego pirating the signal and pay that money to watch the fight legitimately? And how do you?
Once we get the phone, well, we need to get the likes. We got over 300 people in here. We got to get these likes up. Once we get the likes up, I'll open up the phone lines. We don't get the likes up, I'm not opening up the phone lines. We have 315 people in here. We have 111 likes. This is ridiculous. Let's go.
An experiment, because if you're wrong, you just even, I mean, for example, if you figured at the high price to get 250,000 buys at $80, and now you go to $25 on a big fight, who's to say you don't stay at 250,000? I mean, my inclination is that you reduce the piracy in that way. But again, to put up hard-earned money on the hope, that's not a good business decision.
Yeah. Well, good luck solving this, Bob. I know it's going to be a tough one. Again, because you're absolutely right. This younger millennial generation clearly knows how to do it. I mean, we see it all the time.
All right, so let's break that down. So what Bob Arum basically said is this. He said, man, well, you can try to offset people. You can try to entice, give them an incentive to buy this particular fight, Crawford Spence, if it gets made, if you lower the pay-per-view prices down. But he said that it's an experiment. You really don't know. Just because they lower the prices, Showtime or PBC lower the price of the pay-per-view, that doesn't necessarily mean that the people who don't have the opportunity to steal the fight, illegally stream it, you know what I mean? That doesn't mean that they won't still illegally stream it. That doesn't mean, oh, okay, well, you know, okay, well, they lowered the price down from $80 to $50. You know, okay, then what we'll do, they lower the price from $80 to $50. So what we're gonna do is, we'll go ahead and buy it now. No one wants to take that chance and do that. But if you do that, then that's going to mean that the fighters, whatever Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford want for this fight, guess what? It got to make sense. Got to make sense, right? That's what they say, make sense. It has to make sense. Hold on. Yeah, it got to make sense. See, this is the problem. And I'm not a fanager or promoter. I'm not an advocate of fanaging and promoting. But since you got a lot of fanagers and promoters online, let's talk fanaging and promoting then. Let's talk that. You say Bob speaking on the number aspect, which is the most important part of the business, which I'm sure he checks immediately after every fight. And he's not even involved in it. He's not even involved in it. But let's break it down. Wayne, let's break it down. So let's break down what Bob Arum is saying. Again, this is not Coach Malachi Williams. I don't have a source that's telling me anything. I do have sources, but I don't tell you what they tell me. I have not said one thing that a source has told me. I don't say anything about that. I leave that because I'm sitting back waiting to see. Because I want to see, instead of me jumping out the window from what a source tells me, I keep my mouth closed and I like to watch and see if what they're saying, if what happens lines up with what they said. At least I jump out the window and say some shit, and then the total opposite happened, then I look like a jackass. I'm not gonna do that. So since a lot of people like to fanage and promote, let's fanage and promote. I don't know what the hell they want. From what I heard from Steve Kim when he called the show and he said this on the show, that he's hearing that both fighters want 20 million plus. I don't have no facts on this. So again, I do not have any facts on this at all. Just letting you know. Okay, they want 20 million plus, that's $40 million. Right? I think that's easy math. And then, of course, that's just to pay the fighters. Then you still got a site fee, insurance, all of this other stuff there. Maybe you can get some advertisers, whatever. I don't know. Blah, blah, squad. But that's $40 million. 40. If you sell this fight, let's say this fight now, according to online, According to the people in the YouTube chats and stuff like that, this fight going, and according to other YouTube channels, and I think the other YouTube channels for the most part, they really hopefully, I think they it's more wishful thinking than anything, but they're really hoping and wishing that, you know, this fight might do 500, 600, 700, 800,000 pay-per-view buys. That's what they're saying, right? Apparently the people at the PBC don't think so. This is what Bob Arum is talking about. Let's go over here. So Bob Arum is the other man, right? He's the other man. Bob Arum is the other man. Let's go hear what the brother man from PBC was saying. I showed this to you guys a couple of weeks ago. Tim Smith is a black guy. For all you Wakanda acts out there, Tim Smith is not white. He's a black guy. Okay? He's a black guy. So if you don't want to listen to the white Caucasian Bob Arum, that's fine. This is what the black guy of the PBC Vice President Tim Smith says. You can look him up. Just type in Tim Smith, PBC. Type him up, pull him up, and look on the images, and you'll see his face. Let's continue. Tim Smith says right here, though. He says, Tim Smith of the PBC says the reason why the Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence junior welterweight class hasn't been made yet is based on economics. Let's stop right there. He said it's based on economics. So he's saying the money is the problem. Isn't that what Bob Arum just said? The money is the problem. Smith said, Smith believes that boxing fans won't purchase the Crawford versus Spence fight. Instead, they will pirate it and won't pay. True. So I'm trying to tie that into what Bob Arum talking about. I'm trying to tie that into what Bob is talking about. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to tie it into what Bob was talking about. I said, okay, well, you know, I got to deal with it. Tim Smith said this back in January. Now, let's do the math. You got to fight, let's see. 80, let's see it do. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. If it does $80 pay-per-view, let's say everybody on YouTube is right. Let's say the people who on YouTube who don't stream and buy fights and stuff like that. Let's say all these guys on YouTube, all right, this fight gonna do at least 500,000, easy. Okay, cool. That's $80 million. I think that's 80 million, right? No, that's $40 million. Sorry about that. That's $40 million. Not 80 million. Sorry about that. That's $40 million. So if this fight sells for $80 a piece, Crawford want 20, Spence want 20, that's 80 million right there. So the pay-per-view will cover the fighters. Only problem is, if it doesn't do that, then what? The people at the PBC do not feel that this fight would do anywhere near that. Their concern, Tim Smith, is that people will pirate the fight. Bob Arum said that there's a lot of talk about this fight online from people who follow the sport of boxing. But he said that doesn't necessarily translate into sales for pay-per-view. That's what he said. So if you listen to what Bob Arum is saying, there's a lot of people online, they're arguing, debating, fighting, cursing, pulling out hair, whatever, threatening people, saying they're going to pull up, saying they're going to ride for their fighter who don't know them, that's got a net worth of 8 figures, but they ain't got a net worth from nothing. They're going to kill you about their fighter and all this stuff there, right? That's what they say. Those guys, what they're saying ain't going to buy shit. You know. So this is what Bob Arum is saying, the pirating and stuff like that, right? But I said, okay, where did I hear that from? I heard that from Tim Smith first, the brother man, the black guy from the PBC. I heard that from the brother man first. The brother man said that back in January. He said right here, Errol Spence, he said more stuff, but basically he just summarized it. He said the economics. This is why I asked you guys when we did a show last week. I said, I wonder what the demographics are of Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford fans. What's the demographics? If the demographics of both of these fighters' fan base are overall black, I can pretty much tell you. I can tell you right now. Not try to offend anybody, but shit. If those guys are anything like my cousins and family members that's in my family that I know, that always stream fights. They never pay for pay-per-view. If that's a small sample size of what's going on online, then they might be on point. They might be on point. James Cobb, he say knock or ring the doorbell before you step in coach's house. Yeah, man, y'all hit the like button, man. Y'all hit the like. Oh, he sound like talking about Blue. He talking about Blue. That's what Blue say. Wipe your feet before you step in the house. Yeah, man. Yeah. But that's what they saying, though. Shout out to Lisa. She said, it's interesting. All of this is coming up. Thurman is ranked #1 in the WBC rankings. Some people believe Spence is fighting him next. I don't know what's going on at this point. I tell you what, the people who believe that, they might be on to something. People who believe that, they might be on to something. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not saying it's true. I'm not saying it's not true. If people who believe that, they might be on to something. Who knows? Who knows, Lisa? Who knows? Shout out to PGH. Let me address the people in the chat. He said, but Espinosa had no problem paying Canelo over $50 million. Pay these men too. Yeah, but see, the reason PGH's big dog, the reason why I asked what is the demographics, I'm going to tell you why that's important. The reason why I asked what is the different demographics of Crawford and Spence fan base. The demographics of Canelo fan base is different from the demographics of Spence Crawford fan base. I'm going to tell you what I mean by that. I'm pretty sure if I was to do a survey, the majority, if I do a survey of the demographic fan base, the demographics of the fan base of Canelo Alvarez, would you say, what percentage would you say is Mexican? Which percentage of not Terrence Crawford, of Canelo Alvarez fan base would you say is Mexican? On a scale of a percentage of 1 to 100, which percentage would you say? DeMartin, what you say, fam? You say, Coach, if the PBC can't give a Spence Crawford, I'll settle for Spence boots. I'll settle for Spence boots, and I'll settle for Crawford or Ortiz. You know me, I don't believe in protecting no fighters. I don't believe in protecting no fighters. He said Canelo left the PBC broke after getting $40 million of. Oh, man. True Gritter, what you say, family? Say economics. 2 Black American fighters that's not known enough by non-boxing fans, everyday Joe Nation worldwide. Yeah, neither one of those fighters are known by a lot of the average boxing fan, the average casual. They're not big like that. Contrary to popular belief. And that's why I tell you guys, I've seen big before. I've been watching boxing a long time, and I've seen those eras. I've seen the 80s eras of fighters, the 90s and the 90s eras of fighters, and yeah, the 80s and the 90s eras of fighters. I was born in the 70s, but I was born in the 70s, but I'm going by memory, 79 on up. I remember seeing that era. Those errors. And this is what they've been saying. The reason why, as a matter of fact, let me look at the demographics. K. Causey say 75%. Okay. The breakdown with Kush, what you say? You say 80 to 90%. Okay. Boss Dog say 90%. JB, and this is just a guess. This is just a guess. JB, and what you say? 70 to 80%. Okay. Donald Banks say 85%. Okay. Chris say 90%. PGA Big Dog say 80%. Knockdown 305 say 70%. Kenneth Campbell say 97%. Why is that important? The reason why they can offer Canelo $50 million or $100 million to sign a 3-fight deal to come to the PBC, because Canelo is going to bring the $100 million because of his fan base. He said, so Mexicans don't string fights? No. I'm not saying Mexicans don't string fights. People of all nationalities string fights. What I'm saying is there will be enough Mexicans. If you believe that 90% or 80% of his fan base buys fights, right? Going to buy Canelo's fights. there's going to be enough of them. When I say Mexicans, I'm talking about in the United States. No, what the Mexican Americans. I'm talking about in the United States. I'm not talking about in Mexico, because in Mexico, I think they don't pay pay-per-view. Their fights are free. But I'm talking about right here. These people, and I broke this down to you guys a week or so ago. I said these people have people in their marketing departments. They know down to the bottom dollar who buys fights, what are the demographics of each fighter, and what percentage. They know, okay, if we put this fight on with Canelo, he might have 1 million people illegally stream his fight, but it might be out of 2 million people, maybe a million, 1.2 million illegally stream the fight, but 800,000 are going to buy. And when the Canelo does pay-per-view, and if he do pay-per-view with a good fighter, he's consistently is going to do this particular number, even through this streaming era. So they admit it, they look at it, they say, okay, well, shit. They say, okay, well, shit, if Canelo can get us 800, shit, let me see something. Pay-per-view going to be $80. And I hate doing this shit. I really hate doing this shit, because I'm not a fan of the promoter, but, we're going to go down the yellow brick road today. Fuck it. $80, and let's see. Let's get rid of this. Sorry about that. Hold on. Let's see. Caleb Plant did 800,000. That's $64 million. So if Caleb Plant and Canelo did 800,000 or somewhere close to that on the pay-per-view, they made $64 million off the pay-per-view. Canelo did that with Caleb Plant. He did that with Caleb Plant. He did a little over 600,000, according to what Eddie Hearn said. And he pretty much would know their business more than anyone else. With what my main man name? Dimitri Bivol, right? So they say, okay, well, shit, Canelo, we can take the heat on the streaming because Canelo gonna bring in enough money. We're not even talking about the live gate. We're not even talking about the live gate and the merch and stuff like that. We're just talking about the pay-per-views. So this is what they're saying. So this is why they'll be willing to offer Canelo $50 million to fight a Jamal Charlo or David Benavidez, because guess what? Canelo gonna bring it back. He gonna bring it back in some. So let's break this shit down. So that's $64 million. Canelo. If he get a good dance partner, Canelo gonna do $64 million. This is why the PBC was willing to offer him $50 million, or we'll offer you $100 million for 3 fights. That's why they was willing to do that, because Canelo fan base, who is, as some of you guys say, the majority are Mexican American in the United States, they're going and around the world, whatever. They're going to buy this fight. Canelo gonna bring it back home, baby. Big Nello. See, cash cows do that. That's what cash cows do. There's nobody in North America that's a cash cow. Nobody. Black fighter, white fighter, none of them are cash cows. Because when you fight Canelo, you make life-changing money. You get $8, $9, $10 million to fight Canelo. There's no fight in America that's gonna get paid $8, $9, $10 million. That you're gonna get paid $8, $9, $10 million to fight. This dude Canelo's a walking economy. So this is why they're willing to put the money up for Canelo, because he's going to bring it back in some. Crawford Spence. If you sell the fight for $80, and it does 250,000 pay-per-view buys, that's what? What is that? $20 million? That's $20 million? If it does 250,000 pay-per-view buys. That's $20 million if it does 250,000 pay-per-view buys. According to what the people online are saying, YouTube channels and people in the chats, they say this fight going to do 500,000-600,000. Okay. The people from the PBC don't believe that. Therein lies the problem. He said, and this is why Tank is always fighting the Mexican. Right, yeah. He fight a Mexican in order to try to make the numbers, but he's not a cash cow. I think we know what a cash cow. He's not a cash cow, but he does good for the numbers that they're paying him. You know what I mean? But I get exactly what you're saying. You hit the nail right on the head, Damien. Hit the nail right on the head. So what they're saying is this. They're saying, well, shit, man. they're estimating, man, Crawford and Spence ain't gonna do nothing but about 250,000 pay-per-view buys. Everybody else gonna legally stream it. Bob Arum has talked about this, but Tim Smith has talked about this. The people who I've spoken with, all of them saying the same thing. So let's say you charge $80 a fight, and he does 250,000 pay-per-view buys. That's $20 million. Okay, well, shit, if Crawford want 20 million and Spence want 20 million, guess what? The math don't add up. Can't pay them that. And Spence Crawford is probably saying, man, this is the biggest fight can be made in the sport of boxing. Yeah, it's popular with dudes on social media. It's popular, but they don't, it's not going to do the numbers that you guys think it's going to do. You got to factor in illegal streaming. And that's why I asked you guys, what is the demographics? What is the overall demographics you think of Spence Crawford? What is their fan base? What's the demographics of their fan base? What did say Carlos? He said Spence Crawford ain't cash cows. Facts. He said true cash cows are Canelo, De La Hoya, Mayweather, and Pacquiao. Well, we're talking about currently today. We're not talking about of the past. As it relates to today, there's only two cash cows that I know of in boxing. That's Anthony Joshua and Canelo Alvarez. When you fight them, you make career high paydays. Ask Andy Ruiz when he fought Anthony Joshua twice. The one Mr. Ham say 90% black. Okay. Rail say 95%. Okay. All right, 95%. Let's see. Let's get the like button up, man. I want to open up these phone lines. We have over 400 people in here and less than 200 likes. This is unacceptable. We need to get the likes up. If you want to call in, if you don't want to call in, don't worry about it. I'll just keep talking. You say, can Shakur be a cash cow? Nah, he's not a cash cow. Can he be? I don't know. Only time to tell that. I doubt it. A 90% black, knockdown 305. Reggie Owens, what did you say, fam? Spence Crawford demographic is black. And guess what? Especially if you look at the YouTube channels and their subscribers who overwhelmingly are black, you might be right about that, because those are the ones who are really putting up the most fuss about these two fighters online. True. So I say all that to say this. What is Tim Smith saying right here? And I broke this shit down to you guys last week. If what people saying in the chat, knockdown 305. He say y'all tripping. Y'all hit the like button. Yeah, hit the like button, share, and subscribe. But probably there's a lot of my detractors are watching this show today. I get it. I understand. You say I'm 90 to 95% black. Let's go. So anyway, it's fine though. Tim Smith of the PBC says the reason why Terence Crawford Errol Spence Jr. fight clash hasn't been made is based on economics. Smith believes that the boxing fans won't purchase Crawford Spence fight. Instead, they will pirate it and won't pay. Now, guess what? Do you notice when they offer Canelo that money, $100 million to sign with the PBC for 3 fights? You notice you didn't hear nothing about, oh man, we can't offer Canelo this kind of money because the boxing fans won't buy it. They're gonna pirate Canelo fights. You notice they didn't say that. You notice they didn't say that when it came to Canelo. T-Man say, which they was just signed the contract. What contract? There we go. True. What contract? Sign the contract. We know where that came from. What YouTube channels that came from. 70-30, 80-20. He priced himself out. Wrong side of the street. Wrong network. You got to be realistic. We know where that came from, right? I ain't gonna say no names. He said they need Big Roller to sell a fight. The reason why I asked you guys what are the overall demographics, what you say? Never mind. What reason why I asked you guys what are the overall demographics of Tim Smith, of Crawford and Spence? That's very important. You notice when Crawford, notice when they offered Canelo the money, you didn't hear nothing about, oh man, the demographics. No, oh man, people ain't gonna buy. People ain't gonna buy. They didn't say that. They didn't say that with Big. They didn't say that with Big Nello. They didn't say that with Big Nello. They said that with Crawford and Spence. Do you want to know why? Because the overall demographics of both fighters' fan bases are black. True. I told you that. I told you guys that. Mr. LDBC, what's up? He said, come on, coach, I'm LDBC. No, I didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing about nobody, bro. You breaking up the LDBC. I didn't say nothing about the LDBC. I didn't say nothing bad about them brothers at all. Nothing. I don't know why you even said that. But I said all that to say this. Their overall demographics is black. What Tim Smith is saying on the low, man, these niggas doing all that talking online. These niggas ain't gonna buy nothing. All these niggas do is steal and pirate. That's what he's saying to you. If Bob Arum said, he's racist. So Tim Smith is saying it because he's black. He can say that because he ain't gonna be labeled racist against black fighters because he's a black man. This is what they're saying. Man, all these niggas online doing all this, bumping their gums. Guess what? Man, them niggas ain't gonna buy this fight. Think about it, guys. Think about it. And the type of money that you guys want, listen, you want 20 mil, he want 20 mil, that's $40 million. Man, we're estimating, our marketing department is telling us that we'll be lucky if this fight do 250,000 pay-per-view buys because everybody else going to legally stream it. Okay, let's say this fight does 350. Let's say do 350. Let's say that. That's $28 million. How you gonna want 20 and he gonna want 20 and we coming back on the pay-per-views $228 million? We $12 million in the negative right there. $12 million in the negative right there. So what's going to have to happen is this. Spence and Crawford are going to have to be, they're both are going to have to be realistic. I'm not a YouTube channel that's pushing narratives because I'm capping for a fighter that's from Dallas, Texas. And I'm not capping for a fighter that's from Omaha, Nebraska. I don't know neither one of them niggas. Have no personal relationship with neither one of them. But I'm going to call it the way I see it. Both of those fighters are going to have to be realistic. You can't want 20, he want 20. It's not going to happen. If they thinking that this fight going to do 250,000 pay-per-view buys, if they think the fight is going to do 300,000 pay-per-view buys, that's 28 million. If you listen to the people online, this is the biggest fight that's going to be made in the sport of boxing, and it's going to do astronomical numbers. Don't be surprised if this fight gets made, if it does, which I already told you guys what I thought about it a long time ago. If this fight get made, I don't be surprised if it don't do bigger numbers than Canelo and Triple G. True. Don't be surprised. Well, this is what Tim Smith is saying. These niggas ain't gonna buy this fight. If you guys want $20-something million, that shit ain't gonna work. So if you lower it down to 20 million, now if you lower it down to 10 million a piece, maybe we can work something out there. I don't know. But if it does 250,000 pay-per-view buys, guess what? If it does 250,000, that's only going to be $20 million. So you make your money there. So basically, it's all on the numbers. What Crawford and Spence, they're gonna have to come to the table and say, "Hey man, look here, man. These people from the marketing department of the PBC and Showtime is saying, man, shit, you niggas ain't." Well, this is what they saying. You niggas ain't Canelo. See, when y'all sit back and say, "Oh man, when y'all sit back and say, oh man, they had 100 million for Canelo," guess what? Spence and Crawford ain't Canelo. True. Spence and Crawford ain't Canelo. Spence and Crawford ain't Canelo, dog. I hate to say it. They're not. Old Dirty Boxing, you say not, he say, no, it's not. His promoter been saying this for months already. Foxy Brown, what you say? You say the real fact is Bud don't sell. Look back at his pay-per-views, proof in the pudding. Okay, Bud don't sell, but guess what? Spence don't sell to the point to where they can justify the money that they want. Proof is in the pudding. True. Spence sells more than Crawford, but if you look at from his Mikey Garcia fight, in his last fight, his pay-per-views have went from 360 when he fought Mikey all the way down to 2 something. Proof is in the pudding. Neither one of them sell. That's my whole point. One sell a little bit more than the other one, but neither one of them sell. Both of them niggas together don't equal Canelo Alvarez. I know it don't fit the Wakanda narrative, and I know it don't fit the power to the people narrative, but the fact of the matter is, both of them niggas together don't equal up to one Canelo. It is what it is. The black fan base who support Spence and Crawford, guess what? What Tim Smith is saying, the black man from the PBC, he's saying that, listen, man, these niggas ain't gonna buy this fight. They're just talking online. They're gonna pirate it and they won't pay. This is what he's saying. Now, he didn't say niggas. I'm saying niggas. But if the overall demographics is overall black for Spence and Crawford, and they're saying that, hey, man, the economics ain't adding up for what they want, and, you know, the money ain't there for the fight, why they didn't say that for Canelo? That's a question you need to ask yourself. Why they didn't say that for Canelo? And I can answer that. The reason why is because Spence and Crawford do not equal one Canelo Alvarez. Not on a good day, not on a bad day, not on a medium day. Listen, Errol Spence's best days was Mikey Garcia. That one fight. And guess what? It ain't fucking with Canelo. And then you throw Crawford in there, that's even less. Because Crawford do less pay-per-view numbers than Spence. And then you got to factor in, they got an overall black fan base, and we know these niggas ain't gonna do nothing illegally streaming anyway. They just doing a whole lot of talking online, but they want to see the fight, but they ain't gonna pay for the fight. So I can't pay y'all. I can't pay you 20 and you 20, but and your nigga fan base. This is what they saying. I'm gonna give it to you as raw as I can give it to you. George Woods, shout out to George Woods. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy. Hey Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy. I'm gonna just try to talk some sense into you, and you guys can hate me, love me, it doesn't matter. You can go back to your YouTube channels who's pushing the Wakanda narrative and telling you stuff, it doesn't matter. I really don't care. But I'm gonna tell it the way I see it. And the fact of the matter is, guess what? We still ain't got no fight. Crawford been a free agent for 8 months now. 8 months. Guess what? Still ain't got no fight. The guy they call Top Rank Toby, still ain't got no fight. Get rid of Bob, the fight can be done in 5 minutes, still ain't got no fight. Wrong side of the street, still ain't got no fight. 60-20, 80, 60-40, 80-20, 70-30, still ain't got no fight. Gotta be realistic. He asked for too much money, signed a contract, no contract, still ain't got no fight. True. Shout out to what you say, fam? You say Mexicans do not have a Michael Jordan, NBA, or Tom Brady. Mexican boxing, baseball, soccer. Also some race pride thrown in. Mexicans support Mexicans.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Shout out to Carlos. He said Canelo is worldwide superstar. Boxer Spence and Crawford fans only have fans in their own state. True. What Tim Smith is saying is, man, these niggas don't support y'all like that. These niggas don't support y'all like that. That's what they saying. And it takes two to tangle. What happens is, see, what we're saying is, as boxing fans, okay, if you give us a product that we want, we'll buy the fight. This is what we're saying. If you give us the Spence Crawford fight, will come out in droves and support it and buy the pay-per-views. This is what YouTube channel subscribers are saying. And this is what debates on Twitter are saying. And this is what people are saying on Reddit. Guess what? If my family members are a sample size, all they do is stream fights. And this is why I ask you guys, if you had a chance to pay for this Crawford Spence fight or watch the fight for free via illegal stream, which one would you do? We did a survey. We had like, was it 40%, 46% of the people said that they were illegally streaming. Why pay for a fight when you can watch it for free, right? True, true, true. That's the question you got to ask yourself. When it came to offer Canelo that money, you didn't hear nothing about it's economics. Fact of the matter is, nobody, these guys, who support Canelo, they're not going to buy the fight. They're going to illegally stream it. He didn't say that with Canelo, but they saying that with two black fighters, Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence. A black man said it too, Tim Smith. Shout out to Why They Lying. Hey, okay. For dropping that $2. Bam, dub on your boy. Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy. What it say, fam? You say timed out. I'm here all the time. That's wild. Hey, listen, man. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on in the chat, man. But don't time nobody out. Don't time nobody out. Everybody's free to say what they want to say, as long as they're not disrespecting women, or as long as they're not attacking women or children. Don't time nobody out. Because I'm tempted to get rid of all of the wrenches. I really am tempted to get rid of all the wrenches. But don't time anybody out, please. Don't time them out. Now, if they break those two rules, if they attack women online and attack children, you can block them. But don't time them out. Well, I don't know what the brother said. He could have said some shit about me. I don't know. But don't time nobody out, please.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
That's what he's saying, though. Fact of the matter is, neither one of those guys equal one Canelo Alvarez. And this is what they're saying. Shout out to Jugs for dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy. Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy. What you say? You say, Coach, drop that Brona Ellaby video. Brona Ellaby. Where Brona Ellaby at?
Shut that soft ass shit up. And the best man to win. That's some soft ass shit. Shut that soft ass shit up. All that soft talking. I know you can do it, man. You got the. Man, shut that soft ass shit up.
Hey, what you say, Connect? You say I'm watching for the free ski. Not a fan of Errol style. This is what they're saying, guys. This is what they're saying, guys. They're saying we're not the overall black demographics fan base of Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. They will not buy this fight enough to support, to justify the price tag that both of these fighters will want to get paid to fight each other. Them niggas gonna steal. That's what he's telling you. I'm giving you rich dummy terms. And this is why they'll say, yeah, we'll offer Canelo that. They didn't say that. They didn't say that for Canelo. Notice that? He said, here's $1 million. Errol and Bud both know they're not getting 20 million when they ask for it. So are they pricing themselves out? Both of them are being unrealistic. Both of them are being unrealistic. Neither one of them niggas, Errol Spence or Terrence Crawford, ever made $20 million for a fight. Both of them being unrealistic. Who you think you were? DJ Quick? Canelo Alvarez? Oh, you must think you Anthony Joshua. No, neither one of them niggas. Simple as that. Neither one of them. They asked, listen, they had no problem coming up with money for Canelo Alvarez. When it comes to Crawford and Spence, oh man, they demographics, you know. When it comes to Crawford and Spence, you hear a whole lot of niggas playing. You notice that? And you hear a whole lot of niggas playing. One side who loves Spence, oh man, it's Crawford's fault. He need to sign the contract. And guess what? There is no contract. Well, my favorite YouTube channel told me that. I don't even argue with these niggas because I know they slow and they stupid and they suffer from confirmation bias. I know that for a fact. You can tell by what they say out of their mouth in the chat which channel they listen to and what their narrative is. Leonard Ellaby, let's go to Leonard Ellaby. Hold on. All right. Let's go. Let's go to Leonard. And check this out. This is how you know Till Smith ain't lying and Bob Arum not lying. The black guy and the white guy. So I got to satisfy Wakanda and satisfy the non-Wakandans. But the black guy and the white guy, this is how you know they're right. And Booger Ray Leonard. I'm finna play you Booger Ray Leonard. As a matter of fact, no, this is what I'm gonna do. Let me do this. Let me take it a step further. Hold on. Tank Davis is considered a cash cow, right? Do you guys consider Tank Davis a cash cow? See, there's only one definition for a cash cow. But they have different standards of what a cash cow is nowadays. You have the nigga version of a cash cow. The nigga version of a cash cow is, let me break this shit down. You do 250,000 pay-per-view buys. We're going to give you $1.5 million, $2 million up front, guaranteed. We're going to get this other dude who you fighting $500,000. And if we do 250,000 pay-per-view buys, you get a couple of dollars on the back end, whatever the hell that is. We know what that back end means. Percentage of the pay-per-view after we get our money and stuff. That's a cash cow. You're a superstar. That's the nigga version of a superstar, cash cow. Canelo and Anthony Joshua version of a superstar and cash cow. When you fight me, you're going to get paid anywhere from $8 to $10 million. And we're going to do about 700 and something to 800,000 pay-per-view buys in this streaming era. You're going to get 7 figures, damn near 8 figures fighting me. See, Canelo superstar, nigga superstar. You get what I'm saying? The Canelo superstar, they get career high paydays. The niggas down there below, if you look at Tank Davis as a cash cow, Roland Romero got paid $500,000 if I'm not mistaken. True. Roland Romero got paid $500,000 if I'm not mistaken. When Caleb Plant fought Canelo Alvarez, he got paid $10 million. You see the difference? When you fight Tank Davis, you get paid $500,000. If you lucky, maybe $750,000. When you fight Canelo, I'm not talking about Dimitri Bivol. Because I heard Dimitri Bivol got like $2 million and he got a percentage of the pay-per-view. So he ended up getting like $5 million, something like that. But anyways, even that, if you fight Spence or you fight Tank Davis, and those guys are going to be the superstars over at the PBC, ain't nobody getting no $5 million fighting them. I'm talking about right now, not right now. We know him and Mikey Garcia, him and Mikey Garcia made some money together. They made some good money together, him and Mikey Garcia. And I think him and Sean Porter did a little something. But you see the difference though? There's levels to this shit. That's why I don't listen to the hyperbole. Oh, cash cow, huh? Superstar? Okay, who all know him? Oh, he's only big in his state. Oh, okay, he's only big in his state. Okay, all right. So all right, that don't fit what you're talking about. Okay, this guy right here. Okay, so this dude here got $10 million to fight Canelo. There's levels to this shit. This is what Tim Smith is saying. This is what he's saying. Saucy, what you say? You say both are pricing themselves out. Yeah. Jose, what you say? You say Terrence and Spence need to do what Money May said. Make sacrifices, make the fight. Yeah, I totally agree. True. I totally agree. The boxing science, what you say? You say that's pretty sad considering Rolly sold that fight. Shout out to Smith & West. You say countries building stadiums for AJ. Countries bid on his fights. Apples and watermelons comparison. Bro, you hit the nail right on the head. Because you know a lot of the black YouTube channels and their supporters, they don't like Anthony Joshua because they sided with Wilder and stuff like that. Fact of the matter is, you hit the nail right on the head. That black man from the UK, his fans, he got countries building football stadiums, building stadiums for him to fight that host their fights there. The guy's selling out soccer stadiums in the UK. 80,000, 70,000. And Tyson Fury just broke the record over there himself. I ain't nobody doing that shit over here. The only person I know sold out a football stadium over here recently in America, guess what? That boy from Mexico. True. We need 54 likes for me to open up the phone lines. 54 more likes, the phone lines will be open. But I'm just giving it to you as raw as I can give it to you. This is what they're saying to you. They're saying that if the overall demographics of fans for Spence and Crawford are black, they saying these niggas ain't gonna buy the fight to justify the price tag that they want to get paid to fight each other. That's what they're telling you. And this is why they didn't say the same thing about Canelo when they offered him money. Guess what? This is why I tell you guys all the time. Canelo, remember the Caleb Plant shit? Yo, Big Nello, see, check this out, dog. He ain't never Al Heyman. Big Nello, check this out, dog. This is what we gonna do, right? Normally, we pay our fighters $1.5 million, right? This is what we normally do. We gonna pay you 1.5, right? And you're gonna get the rest of the, what you want, 40 million? You're gonna get the rest of the 38.5 million on the back end. You can do that. You know, you're gonna get the other 38.5 million on the back end. Canelo like, no, puto, no, puto. Listen, we don't do back end, SA, we don't do back end. You know, no, you don't come to me with the Errol Spence contract. You don't come to me with the Jamel and Jamal Charlo contract. You don't come to me, SA, with the your Dennis Ugas contract. When you come to me, Big Nello, Canelo Holmes, when you come to me, you gotta come with 40 million guaranteed. Man, we don't normally pay fighters on the PBC 40 million guaranteed. You know, we normally 1.5, 2 mil guaranteed the most, and y'all gotta get the rest on the back end. Canelo like, no, and say no, puto, it don't work like that, Al. Al, I tell you what, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna leave. Caleb Plant, what's the most money he ever got paid? He's a $750,000 fighter, SA. Tell that broke ass white boy from the trailer parks of Ashland, Tennessee, that he's gonna continue to get $750,000 because I'm leaving. Canelo leave. Next thing you know, they call it. Hey Nello, check this out, dog. We got the 40 million guarantee. True. That's how this shit works. Shout out to the Axiom for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy. Hey Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy. What you say, fam? You say it's crazy to think fans really thought if Crawford crossed the pond, the fight would be easier to make. Well, the lie detector determined that was a lie. Facts.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Foxy Brown said Canelo left but came back. Guess why he came back though, Foxy Brown? There's one key element you forgot. Why did he come back, Foxy? Do anybody know why Canelo came back to the PBC and made that fight with Caleb Plant? Do anybody know why? Anybody? We got some smart. I ain't got but a GED, but so I know we got some college grads in here, whatever the case may be. Foxy Brown said money. You are partially right. It is money. But what you failed to say was this. This is what you failed to say. He had $40 million guaranteed. That's the key element. 40 million. LaRon, you got the right answer. Guaranteed money. 40 million guaranteed. That's why he came back. 40 million. And he did it for one fight. Shout out to Arthur Hawkins, Big Hulk.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that. Bam, cash up on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
My main man, Big Hulk, he said the crusher, Sergey Kovalev, got paid $17 million to fight Canelo. I don't know what he got paid, but if this is true, that tell you everything you need to know right there. True. That tell you everything you need to know right there.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
What did he say? Buys Bob in his bedpan. Yeah. He had 40 million reasons why he came back. Remember, he walked away. Fuck y'all. Fuck you, puto. I'm good. 40 million guaranteed, and whatever percentage he got on pay-per-view. And he got the Mexican TV rights. They couldn't come to him. They couldn't come to him with the Errol Spence contract. They couldn't come to him with the Tank Davis contract. They couldn't come to him with the Jamel and Jamal Charlo contract. When they came to Canelo, when they brought him back to the table, they had to give him them 40 million guaranteed. Knockdown 305, 40 million reasons why. Exactly. 40 million reasons plus. So you get what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying? See, you got YouTube. No, I ain't gonna say that. You got nigga cash cow, Canelo cash cow. You got nigga superstar. He's a superstar in the hood. You got Canelo superstar worldwide. There's a difference. You got nigga superstar. When you fight me, $500,000 or $1 million guaranteed. Canelo, when you fight me, $8 to $10 million guaranteed. There's a difference. You get what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying, dog. Spence, Crawford do not equal one Canelo. You got to explain to me why you didn't have the same talking points when you was negotiating with Canelo to fight Caleb Plant. You didn't have those same talking points with Canelo that you're having with Spence and Crawford. You want to know why? Because Spence and Crawford overall demographics is black. And for what Tim Smith and the PBC is saying, niggas ain't gonna buy the fight like that. You niggas want too much money. You Spence and Crawford, you niggas asking for too much goddamn money. And your fan base is not going to support you like that. Who you think you is, Canelo? Who you think you is, DJ Quick? Who you think you is? I'm just saying.
Who you think he is, DJ Quick?
No,
huh?
No, I ain't saying
Kid Capri?
I didn't say
huh? Oh, you must be Jimmy Walker. Blue, you ain't nothing. You don't deserve nothing. You don't get nothing. You get what I give you. I got a contract between me and you that say you do what I tell you to do. Therefore, shut the fuck. Don't say nothing. Don't speak to me. Don't look at me. Can I tell you something?
Money, I just said.
Blue, if I raise up, gonna be trouble. Trouble. I'm walking off.
Who you think you is, DJ Quick? Oh, you must think you Mike Tyson up back in the day. Oh, you must think you Canelo Alvarez and Anthony Joshua. You ain't nothing. You niggas don't deserve $20 million. As a matter of fact, I tell you what. This was going to happen. Spence and Crawford. This was going to happen. Again, I don't count for no niggas. This was going to happen. We're estimating at the PBC that you two niggas together are, because your fan base gonna steal. We need 25 likes. 25 likes. I'm gonna open up these phone lines. You two niggas together are probably gonna do about no more than 300,000 pay-per-view buys. I tell you what, I give y'all the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. I got the cash app. I'm finna put it in there right now. I'm gonna give you niggas the benefit of the doubt. We gonna charge $80 for your pay-per-view, and guess what? We gonna say 350,000 people buy. We just gonna do 350. We ain't worried about what them niggas saying on YouTube. We know them niggas know about that. That's $28 million. Let's say you do 400,000. Let's say you do 400,000. We doubt it, but let's say you do 400,000. That's $32 million. Now, we don't think this fight gonna do $400,000. I mean, 400,000 pay-per-view buys. We don't think so. Tank Davis is a cash cow for the PBC, and he's doing, we don't know what he's doing because they don't release the numbers. Rumor has it he's doing 2 something. So he's doing 2 something. Crawford, you're not a draw. So you can't justify wanting the kind of money. And Spence, you ain't no draw like that to justify wanting $20 million neither. So neither one of y'all is Canelo Alvarez. Last I checked. You niggas is known in your cities, in your neighborhoods, in your states. That's about it. You're not global superstar. If you leave your state and walk down the street, a nigga won't know who you is. This is what they're saying. So this is what we're going to do. Spence, I'm going to pay you $4 or $5 million, guaranteed. That's all I got for you. We're going to value this fight at probably, I don't know, maybe $10 million. 15 or whatever, I don't know. Whatever you want to value. We'll give both of you niggas $5 million apiece. 2 hog head cheese sandwiches. A jar of pickled pig feet, 2 boxes of lemon heads, 3 boxes of Boston baked beans, 2 cases of Coronas, and call that shit a day and see what we can work out. Because both of y'all is tripping. Last I checked, neither one of you niggas is Canelo. Last I checked. Last I checked. And this is what they're saying. This is what they're telling them. Marquis, he say Floyd fought the right one to get the torch pass. Canelo refuses to fight the fighters with that potential. He said the longer this fight don't happen, the more money they're gonna lose. Facts. Fact of the matter is, this fight should have happened in 2018 when the iron was hot, when they was face to face with each other. That's when it should have happened. SC, what you say? You say it would do 500,000 illegal streams. Oh, it'll do more than that. It's gonna do more than that. Probably about 1 million. Probably about 1 million illegal streams. C say Bud Arrow does a minimum of 600,000 pay-per-view buys. In my opinion, more. Woo! I tell you what, C's, you're gonna have to convince some people of Showtime that. Convince Showtime and the PBC that. You are more optimistic than they are. C's, you are more optimistic than they are, my brother. You say 500K plus back end is a come up in the hood. Andy Ruiz got 7 million and bought a mansion for his family, a house for his parents and cars. I don't know what he got for the first fight, but remember, he got paid more for the second fight when he fought Joshua. He fought Joshua twice. So Andy Ruiz got paid more than $7 million in those 2 fights. With 2 fights. You know what I mean? What you say, Modern King Boxing? You say that's exactly why you say that's exactly what they know. Because before Fury versus Wilder, that's all Wilder generated through 3 pay-per-views, coach. Okay. Shout out to Mr. Quentin. Shout out to C's in the building. Shout out to Quentin and C's. Shout out to G Code. Lil Bye, Die Bye. What's going on, fam? What's going on? We need 10 likes. 10 likes. I'm gonna open up the phone lines. That's what they're saying, guys. I'm just being honest with you. I gotta break it down. As a matter of fact, sorry about that. Sorry about that. I gotta break it down for you guys. I gotta give it to you raw. I'm not gonna blow smoke up your ass. I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Take it or leave it alone. Take it or leave it alone. This is what Booger Ray Leonard said. Remember this? Booger Ray Leonard. All of them saying the same thing. Bob Arum, who has nothing to do with this fight, he's saying the same thing. Tim Smith is saying the same thing. The vice president of the PBC. The people who I talk to say the same shit, which I won't say. I won't say their names, none of that. I didn't do any videos on, sources say this. I could have said that, but I didn't. Right? And I know people close to the situation. I kept my big ass mouth closed. You want to know why I kept my mouth closed? Because I want to see. I'd rather be right than first. Let's continue. Remember this? Remember this? Check this out. Remember Booger Ray?
The little steps along the way. Because boxing has...
Hold on. Let's do this. Hold on. Sorry about that. I do not own the rights to this materials for educational purposes only. All right. Hold on.
It's just a small market. That's why it's such a... The little steps...
Check this out. I want you guys to hear this. See, this is what they say. This is what they say in their offices at the PBC and stuff like that. Don't let your dislike for an individual not listen to what they say. Right? Don't suffer from confirmation bias. Listen. Here we go. All right.
Steps along the way. Because boxing as a whole, it's just a small market. That's why it's such a niche sport. I can tell you to the T how many people who actually support boxing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How many people who actually buy the pay-per-view. Because I have the reports from the first very pay-per-view we ever did. I know what the mark. I have mastered this.
How many was it?
It's a couple 100,000 people that are diehard fans, but that's it. That's
from Tank's first pay-per-view, or which?
No, I'm just saying
the first one you ever did.
I'm saying as a whole, as a boxing as a whole, there's only a couple 100,000 fans that are diehard boxing fans. Now, whether they decide to watch, buy, or whatever, but that's the whole concept of it. Like that's everything. So that's as big as you're going to be unless you think outside of the box on how you're going to get more fans.
Yeah. Okay.
And we figured that out. We figured that out early on because, again, it's like this is what dedication is all about, and you having a great team is about. And not one person can do it by themselves.
No. Right.
Did you hear what Leonard Ellerby say? Whether you agree with it or not is irrelevant. But let's assume what Leonard is saying is true. Let's assume what he's saying is true. We got the lights up yet? All right, we got the lights up. I'm finna open up these phone lines. Let's open up these phones. Let's assume what he's saying is true. Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence got a black demographics. Everybody who black, you probably got a fire stick. Your homeboys got fire sticks. You already know what time of TI is. We're not gonna play these crackhead games today. Me, I don't give a fuck. I'm just telling you, this is what they're saying. Leonard is saying here, yeah, man, shit, I ain't worried about it. I got another video that Leonard say, I'm not worried about boxing Twitter. Boxing Twitter don't mean nothing to me because they don't support fights. They don't buy fights. Boxing YouTube don't buy fights. He know just 200,000 core hardcore boxing fans are the ones who buy fights. This is what he's saying. And if that is true, guess what? How many of you think of black demographics buy? How many do you think of black demographics buy? Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
James, go.
Hey, James, there's a lot of noise in the background, man. Static. I don't know what that is, bro.
I'm sorry. That's the air. That's blowing up my truck.
All right, I can't hear you. I can't hear you, dog. You gotta call back when the L is, James. Call back when the L is. Okay. All right. That's what he's saying. I gotta be honest with you. Take it or leave it alone. I'm not going to tell you no. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to shit on Crawford. Yeah, man, Crawford's scared of Spence and he got to be realistic. No, both of them have to be realistic. I'm not from Texas, so I'm not gonna speak biased because I'm from Texas, because that's my fighter. No, I don't do that shit. I'm not from Texas, so I ain't got a dog in the race. I'm telling you, because I don't suffer from confirmation bias. I'm telling you, this is what the PBC is saying. We got money for Canelo. We ain't got no money that you niggas want for you niggas. Y'all want Canelo Alvarez money. Y'all ain't no draw like that. Shout out to Why They Lying. Hey, okay. For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy. Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy. Why They Lying? What he say? He said, get out your feelings, Marty King. He said, I'm grown. I do what I do in my house. Salute the coach. Salute the boxing. He said, I'm gonna buy EJ Crawford twice. Me and Marty. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna buy it too. I'm gonna buy it too, fam. But what I'm trying to tell you why they lying is this is what Tim Smith is saying. This is the problem. You get what I'm saying, my brother? This is what they're saying. I'm just paraphrasing, but this is what they're saying. You got a black demographics. They do a lot of talking online, but they ain't really gonna buy nothing. A certain percentage of that black demographics, and then guess what? And then he said that unless you think outside the box. So how can Spence Crawford or the PBC think outside the box and attract more different demographic of fans and casuals that's willing to pay to see Spence and Crawford? That's what he's saying too. You got to think outside the box. Basically, this is what he's saying. Man, you got to try to get white people and some Hispanics to buy enough white people and Hispanics to buy this goddamn fight. That's what he's saying. That's what he's saying. True. He said we got to find enough white people and Mexicans to think outside the box because these niggas ain't hitting no nothing. That's what he said.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharpers razor blades.
Phone lines open, 530-494-9636. 530-494-9636. We got an hour. We're going to rock out. We shutting down at 5:30. Let's get the likes up. We got over 300. Let's get the likes up some more. We need 400 now. We almost at 500. Phone lines is open. I'm pretty sure I'm on the mark with this. I ain't shitting on nobody. No, neither fighter. I'm telling it like it is. I'm not from Texas, so I ain't showing no bias towards Spence. I'm not from Omaha, Nebraska. I'm not showing any bias towards Crawford. I'm from West Tampa, Florida. I don't have a dog in the race. What I'm telling you, this is what Bob Arum, who ain't got nothing to do with it, this is what he's saying about the stealing and streaming. I'm telling you what Tim Smith is saying, and I'm telling you what Booger Ray Leonard is saying. Take it or leave it alone. Phone lines is open, 530-494-9636. Take it or leave it alone. Take it or leave it alone. Dr. Mofongo, what you say? You say Coach breaking the truth serum. Yes, sir, I have to. True. And I'm not, it's not fitting no narrative. It's not fitting no narrative. It's not fitting no click, no cruise. Again, I don't get paid from nobody from the PBC. I don't get paid from nobody from Top Rank. I don't get paid from nobody. I got my own bread. I'm doing well. So I can tell it as objectively and unbiased as possible. I don't pledge allegiance to no side. I pledge allegiance to me. And I'm telling you, this is what it is. This is what they're saying. How are they going to get non-black people to spend money to buy this fight against two black dudes who are not known? They are not stars. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? This is O from Cali.
Oh, from Cali. Talk to me.
What's up, man? I would say we not gonna be stream shamed. Come on, man. It's ridiculous. Like, there is no color on streaming. So what we have a problem here is, yes, Crawford and Spence main demographic is black. So basically, you depending on one demographic for the most part, because there are some, other races that are gonna watch the fight, of course.
Right.
But you depending on one demographic to carry the load of this whole fight, and you want max amount of dollars. That's the problem.
That's the problem.
Because you gonna have streaming. Like, the music industry got hit by it, the movie industry got hit by it, and none of them said all these black people are streaming the fight or are streaming our content. They said everybody's doing it. But when it comes to boxing, they're trying to say, oh, black people are the most ones streaming. No, it's this fight because you're dependent on one demographic. Right. You got to be diverse. Like you said, you have to be international to the point where there's different races that want to see you because every race got their streamers, then every race got their hardcore fans that's going to support. So I think that's it. You just dependent on one demographic because Crawford and Spence really ain't go outside of them selling themselves like that. And on top of that, you need to consider that this could be retaliation from you not making this fight sooner. A lot of people's like, fuck this. I'm streaming it because this fight should have been happened.
Yeah, fight should have happened 4 years ago. And guess what? You get what you just said. Oh, from Cali. Let's get this brother a round of applause. Oh, from Cali hit the nail right on the head. He summarized everything that I just said this entire show. He just summarized it. Hey, shout out to you, fam.
You've been preaching. You've been preaching. One more thing, and the climate is damn near a recession. And people like, come on, man, we ain't got it. I haven't worked overtime in 3 months. Like, most of my money came overtime. Like, usually I would order the fight by myself and just go to the gym in the morning. But now I might have a fight party for this to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? But that's it. That's all I say, Coach.
Man,
keep preaching.
Yes, sir, man. Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to Matt Cedillo for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy. Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy. You say, Matt, you say bring back great co-main and competitive undercard, and it would do good business, in my opinion.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like, I'm about to fight. And I'm not saying that I agree with Leonard Ellerby. I agree with Tim Smith. I agree with Bob Arum. It's not about whether I'm agreeing with them or not. What it's about is this is what they believe. This is what Steven Espinosa believes of Showtime. And the guys who are going to put this money up for this fight, this is what they believe. This is what they are saying. I'm saying the exact same thing they're saying. The only difference is I'm giving you just the straight up blood raw version of it. I'm giving you the blue from Chi-Town. I mean, not blue, dollar bill from Chi-Town version. I'm giving you dollar bill. This is what they're saying. Because they didn't say that with Canelo. And I broke down why they didn't say it with Canelo. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
How's it going, Coach? My name is Juan from California.
What's your name, fam?
Juan?
Okay, I can barely hear you, but don't worry about it. Go ahead. From Cali.
Okay, no, I think more than anything, man, if they're so worried about the streaming, it's just people are sick and tired of paying all price for bullshit fights.
Yeah. I don't know.
They should go back to do closed circuit.
Yeah. I mean, I just the brother hit the nail right on the head. They're depending on one demographic. These guys is not as big as some of these YouTube channels are saying, especially the one guy from Dallas. He's not that. He's big in Texas. That's about it. And they know he's going to do a certain amount of numbers, and they know the boy from Omaha, Nebraska, going to do less numbers than him. So if you assume that if you in business, they have something called the law of averages. And the law of averages is this. If I do something 100 times, let's say I get on the phone, I'm going to let you go, but I get on the phone. Is there anything else you want to say, fam?
No, I totally agree with you, man. If anything, man, you know what? They should just guarantee each one $5 million, and the winner takes an additional $5 million.
Exactly.
And then do a rematch.
Yeah. Call it a day. I appreciate it. Hey, thank you so much, Mom. My brother from Cali called. Thank you for calling in. Thank you for calling in. I got a background in sales. I got a cash app I got to get to. I got a background in sales, right? And in sales, they have something called the law of averages. So I'm finna break that down for you. Shout out to Rooski. For dropping that half for bam dub on your boy. Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy. Shout out to Roshiki. I said Rooski. That's my homeboy name, Roshiki. Shout out to Roshiki. Roshiki, what you say, fam? You say for Bud and EJ are not global stars. Yes, sir.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Yeah, man. I totally agree with that, bro. I totally agree with that. Shout out to Carla hung up. Shout out to Roshiki again. Dropping that half for bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
What to say, my brother? He say neither fighter has the personality to sell themselves to casuals. They don't. Bud don't have the personality, and Errol Spence don't have the personality. Neither one of them do. Now his fans say that he has the best personality in the world, and I get it, but that's their confirmation bias. If you're from Texas, you feel a certain way. I get it. The undercarriage has to be loaded. You mean the undercard has to be loaded with great known fighters fighting each other. Has to be an all Mexican undercard. You better have a hell of a card, boy. You better have a hell of a card. You better have, goddamn it, Boots Ennis versus Virgil Ortiz, or you better have a hell of a card, boy. You better have a hell of a card. But I totally agree with you on that, fam. I really totally agree with you on that.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Yeah, it's Juan. I'm calling out of Texas.
S1 out of Texas. Talk to me.
Yeah. Hey, do you see Crawford's interview where he's still saying he wanted 50-50?
Yeah, I think I've seen it. Yeah, I think I've seen it. Yeah,
Yeah, because I want to see the fight too, but don't none of them sell that much, and Spence don't owe nobody to take a pay cut.
Yeah, I mean,
Crawford really don't sell.
Yeah, Crawford.
I mean, that ain't fair.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we just broke the math down. Neither fighter. I mean, Crawford sell less than Spence, but neither one of them can justify wanting 20 million plus. And that's what I heard that both of them want. Neither one of them can justify that. Neither one of you guys are Canelo Alvarez. Y'all both of y'all together, but you can put Crawford and Spence together and make one fighter, and guess you can make them one super fighter, and they still can't test Canelo. That's the problem.
Yeah. But no matter what, though, Spence got to get them more money just because he sells more tickets.
Man, I mean, whatever. He gets more money. The other guy gets less money.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. The money, whatever they want, is still too much for what they're saying.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't matter. You know, if Spence want $15 to $20 million, fine. I guess what? I don't get none of the fucking money anyways. I don't give a damn. If Crawford get $10 million, fine. Fact of the matter is, the math is not adding up, because guess what? From what the PBC is saying, that the people are not going to buy the fight to the degree the way they can justify that kind of money. So it doesn't matter. That's the problem.
Yeah, I agree.
I
agree.
Both fighters have to be realistic.
Yeah, I agree. When I saw Crawford say 50-50, I was like, he's selling nothing, maybe 100,000 a fight.
Okay, but the same people who said that this what tripped me out for you guys who say this. The same people who said that Crawford is tripping because he wants 50-50. And he shouldn't get it. They say because he only got one belt and all that stuff there and yada 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 yada. Those were the same guys that with Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua was negotiating to fight each other. Those same guys said that Deontay Wilder should get 50-50 when Joshua had 3 belts. And Joshua
I didn't that either.
And when Joshua was selling out football stadiums and doing the better numbers on pay-per-views. True. So depending on who you're riding for, that's how you're going to see it. I'm not saying that's you, but that's what I've been seeing online. All I'm saying is neither fighter, Errol Spence, Big Fish, or the boogeyman Bud Crawford from Omaha, Nebraska, neither fighter, both fighters have a predominantly black fan base, and guess what? Them niggas do not buy. They're not going to buy like that. They're going to go online and cap, talk shit, threaten you. They're going to do that, but they're not going to buy. This is what the PBC, Tim Smith for the PBC is saying. Regardless of who want what, regardless of who deserve to get what, I'm past that. All I'm saying is this is what they're saying, brother. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, man. Hey, but shout out to you, fam. Salute to you, my brother. Shout out to you, fam.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yep, right.
That's what they're saying. Who deserve what, and this guy's, S1. Shout out to S1. It doesn't matter. Fact of the matter is, you niggas ain't selling like that. Your fan base is majority. This is what listen, I'm the only dude on YouTube telling you this. I'm the only guy on YouTube that's telling you this. What the PBC is saying And Leonard Ellerby is saying, look here, man, you niggas ain't buying like that. When you see this, what happened when you depend on a all black. This is what they're saying. I'm not saying I agree with it. I don't want nobody saying, man, coach over there tripping. No, I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm telling you, this is what they're saying. That's why I asked you guys, what are the demographics of fan base of Spence and Crawford? What do you guys believe? Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Yeah, this is Jerry from Baltimore.
Jerry from Baltimore. Talk to me.
How's it going, Coach? I agree with everything that you're going over here, except for it's not just black folks that stream illegal pay-per-view. Plenty of white folk do it too. I mean, people, Latins, people in general gonna rather get something for free, huh?
Yeah, but I want to correct you. I never said that only black people stream. I never said that. What I was saying was, this is what the PBC, this is what Tim Smith is saying. The reason why I asked the context of what I was saying it is, what is the overall demographics of Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford fans? And the context the context I said it in was a lot of people said that they're overwhelmingly black. So I'm paraphrasing what Leonard Ellerby, what Tim Smith, and what Bob Arum and them are saying, and what Bob was talking about the legal streaming and stuff. But what Tim Smith is saying is their fan base is not going to support this fight. They're going to illegally stream it. They're not going to buy it, right? But they didn't say that when it came to Canelo. So why they didn't say it when it came to Canelo, but they said when it comes to Crawford and Spence? And I suppose, and I broke down why is the standard is different with Crawford and Spence versus Canelo. But go ahead.
Well, I don't really see it as a black, white, or Hispanic thing. I think, Ellerby said it, and he said it best. And I've known this for a while. Hardcore boxing fans that are going to pay $80 make up for maybe $350,000 to maybe $500,000 for superstars, perhaps. They just don't make up for that much. Whether it's white folks, black folks, Hispanics, it just doesn't matter because Earl and Bud both have plenty of white fans. I'm one, and I'm one that would buy the fight. Streaming fights, but the streaming is a problem. It's a problem in boxing, and it's going to be an even bigger problem. And I don't think it's just the case for this fight, but I think we're hearing about it for this fight because the money is just tight on this fight. It's a highly anticipated fight by all of boxing fans, the hardcore fans. But people are wrong when they say it's the biggest fight in boxing because it's just not. The money is saying it's not the biggest fight. It's probably the most highly anticipated matchup, certainly. But that's for the hardcore fans and that hardcore audience not going to equal the purses that they want.
Right.
And this was the case. Yeah, this was the case when Bob Arum was Bud's promoter. And if you ask me, the fight had a better chance of being made when Arum was his promoter because Arum could have covered Crawford and the PBC could have covered their guy, and a cross promotion would have put the liabilities between two promotions instead of just one.
Facts.
And I think that would have had a better chance.
You're right.
And I wonder where all the busters are that kept blaming Arum and saying, "Bud, all he's got to do is leave Arum and go sign with the PBC." Yeah. Well, the problem is you can't sign with the PBC if they don't offer you a deal. Yeah. And Bud signed 3 times with Bob, and during that time, I can't find one shred of evidence that the PBC have ever offered Bud Crawford a deal. Never. In 11 years he's been a pro, they've never offered him a deal. And so I'm not too optimistic about the fight getting made. The only way the fight gets made is, like you said, is they got to settle for about $5 million apiece guaranteed. And that's what it is.
All right, man. Hey, Jerry, thank you so much for calling in, fam. Salute. Shout out to Jerry. This is what it is, y'all. Phone lines is open, man. Phone lines is hot. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? Dang, I ain't write the brother's name down.
Man, this is why they lying for Baltimore, coach. It's the word, man.
Why they 9?
Why they lying?
Okay, why they 9? Talk. Why they lying? Yeah. What's going on, fam? Talk to me.
Man, listen, man. So look, I think you hit the nail on the head, right?
Yes, sir.
They wasn't saying it's about Canelo, but they saying it about the black fight. And specifically, right? And here in Maryland, you see a lot of these Mexican Americans, they work hard as hell.
They landscapers. They work every single day. It's hot as hell out here. They got their hoodies on. They nonstop working. They work hard. They, you know what I mean? It's not to be funny or nothing, but every time I see them, they doing their job. They get off. They grab their beer. They go home. They get up. They wake up. They repeat. You know what I mean? The black folks out here, totally different subject. They messing their money up. They involved in nothing. It's all kind of, you know what I mean, irresponsibility going on amongst our people. So, of course, you know what I mean, we're going to take advantage of what's free and what's given to us. You know what I'm saying? And I personally, my mother raised me up. My mother born in 67. I'm 28. She raised me up. If something is free, take that. You know what I'm saying? You don't pass up nothing that's free. So if you find out you can watch the fight, stream the fight for free, it's a lot of us that's hardcore boxing fans. But we ain't got $80 every time we look up. It's a fight going on. It's damn near pay-per-view fight every other week, every week or something like that.
Yeah.
We ain't got $80 every week to be sharing out. So I say that to say, some of these fights, if we could tune in for free, we're gonna tune in for free. Because we love the sport so much, we hunt down every link we could find trying to watch this for free. Because we ain't got the money, even though we want to kick out the money if we had it, right? But I tell you what, when it comes to seeing two black brothers in that ring to feed their kids, that's something that I think most of us gonna make sure we pay for because we understand what they doing. I look at that beyond entertainment. It's these black brothers, they doing what they love and they trying to take care of themselves and their family. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, the little weak fights and all that, like I just watched Dog Bay beat Gonzalez for free. You know what I'm saying? Well, I got ESPN Plus, so I was able to see that, you know what I'm saying? But these other little weak fights, you can catch them for free. But it's not that, you know, the black community don't want to pay for the fights and all we want to do is take them and watch them for free. That's not the case. We just ain't in a position to sell out $80 every 2 weeks. Me personally, I'm 28. I'm engaged. I got 2 kids. I take care of my whole household. My fiance don't work. I do everything I can to make sure she can be with my boys. She ain't got to work, stress or do none of that. So I can't, you know what I mean? I'm not in no position to sell out the money like I want to do. But I tell you what, I'm going to support black brothers when it's time to. And I think most of us, is majority, when we see that, we're going to leap and do the same thing. So I think the Mexican Americans in here, they work hard. They got their money right. They support Canelo because they can do that. They bust their ass. And the black folks are going to get what they can for free because that's how we was brought up. That's how we move. Most of us, some of us.
Yes, sir.
You understand? So that's all I'm on.
Hey, man, why they lying, man? Thank you so much. From Be More Stand Up. Thank you for calling, my brother. Thank you.
Always. Be more always. Baby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to that brother there, man. Shout out to Monica. Hey, okay. For dropping that $1. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Yeah, man. Boxing the Stone. He say, go figure, coach. Bro, listen. See, remember I told you guys the story. You know, on this show, I give a lot of parables all the time. I told you guys the story between the well-dressed-up lie and the naked truth, right? How did the well-dressed-up lie? One day the naked truth wasn't always naked. He used to have clothes on. So one day the naked truth was walking down Virginia Beach. It can be any beach in the country. He was going down Miami Beach. We'll just say Miami Beach or something here in Florida. And according to the story how it was told to me from my grandfather from Harlem, you know, he was walking down the beach and it was hot. It was on a summer day. It was hot. It was blazing. And you know what? The truth said, you know what? Let me take my clothes off, man, and jump in the ocean, man, because it's 100 degrees in Florida. It's hot. I need to go ahead and cool off. So he went to the beach, took his clothes off, jumped in the ocean. Well, the well-dressed-up lie came. And he was just a lie. He was just a lie. The lie came up and looked in the ocean and said, God damn, is that truth? Damn, truth in the ocean swimming. Oh, he left his clothes on the beach. Yo, I got an idea. If I can disguise myself as the truth, I will be able to deceive a lot more people. So the lie ran on the beach, took his clothes off, and he put on the clothes of the truth. The truth saw the lie putting his clothes on. The truth swam out of the ocean, came onto the land on the beach, and he went to chasing the well dressed up lie, and that's how you got the well dressed up lie and the naked truth, because the well dressed up lie disguised himself in the cloak of the truth, and since the truth didn't have his clothes because the well dressed up lie was wearing them, that's how he became the naked truth. You get what I'm saying? Over here, I try to give you the naked truth. Though some of those other guys, they, I'm not gonna feed you confirmation bias. Again, that's why I tell you guys, I don't have a dog in the race in this fight. I love all my old school guys. You know how I feel. I don't have a dog in the race. I'm telling you, I know code when I hear this shit. And this is what they're saying. This is why when they offer Canelo all that money, they didn't say nothing about streaming and yeah, man, they ain't gonna pay for the fight. They're gonna stream it. They was very confident they were gonna make their money back. If they offer Canelo $100 million, they know he bringing $100 million because, and this is what they're saying. They know if Crawford and Spence is asking for $20 million apiece, they know that their fans ain't gonna bring back $20 million apiece, $40 million. They know that. So this is why this fight has been, you know what I mean? It ain't no Bob Arum. So now you know that Bob Arum was some bullshit. You know that, yo, man, he signed to the wrong promotional company. That was stupid because you could do a joint venture like you did with Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. Have PBC paid, was responsible for paying Deontay Wilder. Top Rank was responsible for paying Tyson Fury. So they split the cost. They shared the risk and they split the profit if there was one. Did you get what I'm saying? Now that Crawford is not with Bob Arum anymore, guess what? PBC got to pay for everything. So when he was so the time to make the fight, when y'all was calling him Top Rank Toby, remember that? Y'all was calling him Top Rank Toby? The time to make the fight when he was over there with Top Rank, because now PBC don't have to put up all of the money. You just pay Spence, Top Rank just pay PBC, Al Heyman pay Spence, Top Rank pay Crawford. You can make the fight. You can share this, you can share the risk. But now everything going to PBC. Guess what? Things ain't happening. And so since you guys who were pushing this PBC shit, pushing Wakanda, since y'all were pushing Wakanda, now you ain't got nothing to say. Now it's, oh man, yeah, the boy from Omaha, he got to be realistic. So you still got to follow that narrative. Fact of the matter is, you niggas was lying and you was wrong. That's facts. True. You was wrong. It ain't nothing wrong with admitting that you was wrong. Just say you was wrong. Shout out to the game, man. I was wrong, man. The boy been a free agent for 8 months. Still nothing. Still nothing. Shout out to Alden. He said, that's true, coach. That's true, coach. Shout out to Monica. Salute to Monica. Salute, sis. Salute. Shout out to Monica. Thank you so much, sis, for coming over here. Those are the facts. Hey, man, y'all share it. Hey, y'all share this video. Please share this video and let's get the likes up to 400. Let's get the likes up to 400. We got 450 people in here, and we got less than 350 likes. Let's get the likes up to 400. And to prove my point, you got people who will come watch this show, they won't even hit the like button. It's free to hit the like button. But they don't rock with me like that. I understand. I get it. Ain't no problem. But it is what it is, though. I gotta tell it the way it is. I'm giving you the naked truth, dog. This is what he's saying. This is why when you guys ask me that question, well, man, how come they had money? How come they had money for doggone Canelo, but they ain't got no money for 2 black fighters? Because the 2 black fighters has a majority black fan base. And they're saying what he's saying is the black fan base, them niggas ain't gonna buy no pay-per-views like that. Not to justify the kind of money that they want. Spence and Crawford probably should be asking $5 million a piece. $6 million for Spence if you from Texas, and $4 million to Crawford, or however you want to do it. Don't make me know. But you can't argue both sides of the coin. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Sorry about that, guys. Look, my internet. Something wrong with my internet, man. My internet tripping. Right when I get to cooking too. Damn, I look like I'm gonna have to switch. I have 2 internets. Okay, it's going back up now. But you get what I'm saying, though. This is what they're telling you. This is what the PBC is telling you. This is what they're telling you. This is why we can offer Canelo that. We can offer Canelo that. Because Canelo gonna bring it back. He gonna bring it back in some. Canelo gonna bring it back in some. He gonna bring it back in some. And that's what it is. And guess what? These are black men who are saying this. So we can't play the race card on this one. This is not a Black Lives Matter moment. It is what it is. This is what they're saying. This is what they're saying. And this is why when I came on the scene last year, I was so hot and heated. I'm like, y'all calling this dude Top Rank Toby. You're devaluing him amongst other blacks online and other boxing fans and casuals online. You're devaluing the same guy that now y'all need in order to try to make this fight. Devaluing the guy. That Wakanda shit, listen, that Wakanda shit, man, I'm telling you, man, y'all got to get away from that Wakanda shit, man. That Wakanda shit had you fucked up, bro. Shout out to Ricky Ricardo, hey, okay, for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy. Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy. Carla, hold on for a minute. Ricky Ricardo, what you say? You said my question is, what's the recipe to make Bud versus Spence on regular Fox or Showtime? PBC, you say PBC pay-per-views going wild is a part of the problem. Inactivity and mismatches. Yeah, a whole lot of inactivity, a whole lot of mismatches. You're right.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Hey, caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, what's up, man? Yo, this is Archie from Vegas, man.
Archie from Vegas, talk to me, fam.
Yo, man, bear with me, man. I'm pissed off, man. So I don't understand, like, what's going on with boxing now, man? Like, so now the excuse is going to be live streaming now. So now we're not going to get the fights we want now, or what's going on? We're going to keep having bully on bum crime. Like, what's going on over here, man? Like, I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand, man. What you got, man? What you think, man? What's going on? What can the fans do to help stop this? And don't blame live streaming. I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you. I'm just saying, like, don't blame. Yeah. Go ahead, sir.
No, listen again, guys. I'm not saying that I agree with Leonard Ellaby or Tim Smith of the PBC or even Bob Arum. I'm not saying I agree with everything that they're saying, but there is some validity to what they're saying. And my thing is, I cannot allow, with all honesty, you know, the fact that I can't say, well, okay, I don't like this dude, so if he ain't saying that and I don't like, I'm gonna ignore it. I'm not gonna allow myself to ignore the truth because of my dislike for an individual. I gotta sit back and look at it and say, you know what, man? Fact of the matter is, we still ain't got no fight. Fact of the matter is, you know, right. The fact of the matter is, we heard he's with the wrong side of the street. Bob Arum blocking the fight. He with the wrong promoter. He never should have signed back with Bob Arum. Top Rank Toby. This, that. We heard all of those things. Bob Arum is out of the equation. And guess what? It's the same shit. So we know that all of the excuses that was given, that was never it. Because why is it still the same shit right now? Yeah. And this dude is a free agent. He doesn't have any networks to answer to. He doesn't have any promoters. This dude is a free agent. You guys told me that Al Heyman was the place to be. PBC, Young MC, Busta Rhymes, Wild West like Cool Mo D. That's what they told me. This man is a free agent, and he still can't get a fight with Errol Spence.
Hey, so look, man, like, what can fans do? I'm thinking, like, now I'm like, you know, I'm like, fuck it. Do we have to like press for fucking like Boots and fucking Virgil Ortiz like now? Like, can we do it now? Like, we can't wait, because the longer you wait, the more it's not gonna happen. Because now they're gonna use the live stream as an excuse now. You know what I'm saying?
They're using the live stream.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're using the live stream. And the reason why, and I'm just being honest with you, the reason why they use the live stream is because Crawford and Spence have a black demographics. And when Leonard Ellaby said that, hear me out. And when Leonard Ellaby said that, yeah, man, we got only 200 to 200,000 hardcore boxing fans are the ones who buy pay-per-views. And that's pretty much what it is, unless you find a way to think outside of the box. What he meant by think outside of the box, and I'm paraphrasing, he's saying, listen, you got to find a way to bring other nationalities, other races to buy these fighters. We got to bring in the white boxing fan base. We got to bring in the Hispanic boxing fan base to support these black fighters who have a majority black fan base. This is what he's saying. If you can't get the Mexican fan base or the white fan base to come along and buy another 200,000-300,000 pay-per-view buys, the likelihood of this fight is happening is not going to happen, because the type of money that Spence and Crawford is asking for, they're not being realistic. And that's just what it is.
Yeah.
That's just what
They're
it is.
not.
Shout out to you, man. I got another call calling in. Shout out to Archie, man. Thanks,
you, man. Peace.
Yes,
all
sir.
right, bro. Peace.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to you, fam.
Call from that girl TKO.
That's what it is, fam. Just call it the way I see it. Call it, what's your name? Where you calling from? No YouTube channel is going to tell you this but me. Because I'm telling you how it is. I'm telling you what it is. Like it or leave it alone. Go ahead. What's your name?
Hey, Coach, this is Bad Girl TKO.
Bad Girl TKO, talk to me, sis.
So I kind of disagree with you a little. I really don't think it's about race. I know you you were saying that you have 2 black men and that's why it's not selling. I totally disagree. I mean, look at Floyd, look at Roy Jones, look at just there's so many amazing black fighters that sold fights. What it is, and the problem is, it's really just the numbers. Terrence Crawford doesn't sell. ESPN, they paid him like $6 million some contract, and they tried to promote him. He wouldn't come out to like talk for himself. He doesn't sell himself. And then you got Spence, who sounds like he's mumbling half of the time. So it's like you got 2 dudes that feel like their fighting should sell themselves, which is if you go by that your fighting should sell your fight, then look at Rigondeaux. Rigondeaux was an amazing fighter, but nobody could get asses in the seats. They couldn't get tickets. They couldn't get views. They couldn't get anything off of Rigondeaux. But you can't say anything about his boxing because it was amazing. Mm-hmm. It's really just about these guys don't know how to sell.
Yeah, I want to correct you on something. I never said that because they got a black fan base they can't sell. What I was interpreting was this is what Tim Smith of the PBC is saying. I was making an interpretation. I also clarified that I don't agree with what they're saying. He didn't come out and just say that, but this is why I asked what is the overall demographics of these 2 fighters, because it matters. You get what I'm saying? So I was just really giving it the proper context. But go ahead. And then another thing, to piggyback on the numbers, when you have fighters who are asking for astronomical amounts of money, but neither fighter have the fan base that's going to buy to justify those numbers, that's what it is.
If you look at Porter and Bud, they've made $10 million together.
Yeah.
Look at the numbers. It's 70 times. I think it's like 150 million or 1,000 buys. That comes up to 10 mil. That's nothing. So basically split that purse right there. It's like if you look at it, there's money that was lost.
Yeah.
So I don't know. To me, it's just about the numbers.
What the pay-per-view? The pay-per-view probably they was able to pay the fighters off that. And the live gate did real good. The gate did good. Bud always do good at the gate. He did live gate. Him and what's the name? Him and Porter did good. His pay-per-views suck. Absolutely, I totally agree with you on that. So what I'm saying is, when you have a situation like that, both fighters going to have to ask for less money. That's all I'm saying. You got to ask for less money.
I agree.
That's
for less money.
It is what it is. Hey, but on Bad Girl TKO, thank you so much.
Thank you, Coach.
Yes.
You're amazing. Thank you.
Shout out to Jugs. Hey, okay. For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Yeah, I don't have a video. I don't have that video. Of I have an audio of it.
I'm sorry?
160 is my weight division. I want to unify. I want to get Golovkin in the ring. I want to bring him to Houston. You know what I'm saying? I want to get Canelo out here to Houston. If they really to come down to 160, this is my weight division.
Joe said, Coach, play the video of Jamal Charlo wanted to bring Canelo to Houston. Yeah, and Jay, I totally agree. You say Floyd was completely different. He branched out in all demographics. Spence Crawford demographics is mostly dudes from the hood. Yeah, pretty much. And then that was a different era and a different time. She's comparing apples and oranges. That was a different era and a different time as well. I get what she was talking about. But she's comparing apples and oranges. You know, back then, you know, Floyd was on Dancing with the Stars. You know, it was a whole lot that factored into Floyd being successful. But she's talking about different times and eras. But I get what she's saying though. But it's just you can't really compare right now. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? Going once, going twice, gone. Call back. You having phone issues. You having technical difficulties, call back.
Unknown caller.
Hold on, we got a phone. Got a call from Philadelphia. Hold on. Caller, hold on. Don't hang up. Hold on. Hold on, caller. Don't hang up. Stay on the phone. Don't hang up. There's another call calling, and I'm waiting for this call to fall off so I can switch you over. Hold on. Don't hang up. There we go. Let me see. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
It's Steve from Philly.
Steve from Philly, talk to me.
What's up, brother?
What's going on,
Listen, you said hold on?
No, go ahead.
Oh, all right. Look, I feel like all fans are gonna pay for this fight, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know what main man's saying, but when you put in the history of boxing shows this, when you put, it's not about just one man. When you match two guys up that everybody want to see, everybody's gonna pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
This fight, I've been seeing every race. Every race wants to see this fight, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And that's clear to me. And I said in the chat, I think it'll do 600K or more, in my opinion. But and I'm gonna flip the topic just a tad, a little bit. I honestly think the hold up in this fight is my opinion. I don't have no sources or none of that. It's my opinion because Crawford is a free agent and he's going to the side of the street. You got to think about it. PBC has a stronghold, and they've had the stronghold on this welterweight division for years now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Who knows what they're trying? If Crawford wins the fight, which he's already the favorite because the odds are on FanDuel right now. He's the favorite slightly, but they're looking at it. They feel it's a great chance for Crawford to win. So if he wins, that's going to take their business up at the welterweight division. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know what they want Crawford to do if he wins. If he wins, what if they're trying to say, oh, they want him to stay on this crazy deal that he's not trying to sign? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know anything.
One thing.
The thing is, we don't know anything.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we don't know anything. What we do know is there's not a fight. That's what we do know. What we do know is, as of right now, July 25th, 2022, is there a signed fight that's going to be a press conference where Terrence Crawford and Spence fight will be announced? We do know that the answer to that is no. That's what we do know.
Yeah. I'm gonna just say this: I pray it happens, bro. I pray it happens. But in my honest opinion, I think that could be the biggest holdup because they're going to lose their power, their grip on the division. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I wanted to add to it.
All right, man. Hey, shout out to Steve from Philly, man. Salute to you, fam. Shout out to you, my brother. I appreciate that. Phone lines open, man. Phone lines open. Phone lines open. We ain't shutting down no time soon. We ain't shutting down no time soon. You know what I mean? But shout out to Foxy Brown. What did she say? She said the only people that be streaming is these boxing channels because most people don't know that is. The thing is too, Foxy Brown, is this. Again, sis, all I'm saying is I'm not saying I agree with what they're saying. But I remember I did a show last week, Foxy. I don't think you were here. I say these promotional companies, they have something. They have a marketing department. And they have these people that break this stuff down. They look at the analytics of the demographics of fighters and pay-per-views and stuff like that. And this is what I'm interpreting what they're saying. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
It's Ryan from Georgia.
Ryan from Georgia, talk to me.
Just got a good question. Is there a way in the contract where they can put stipulations in there where they can fight now, depending on how this fight might turn out, that they can set it up to have a bigger fight or another fight in the coming year, next year. Is it possible that they can do that where, you know, they can get whatever money they can get out of this first fight right now and set it up so that they can have a Spencer Crawford 2, maybe, next year?
I mean, yeah, they can do it. And we need 7 more lights to get over 400, man. That'll help me out a lot. Yeah, they can do that. I don't think that's the issue. I don't think it's the issue. I believe what Tim Smith is saying. He's saying the problem is economics. He said the problem is economics. He said they didn't build ESPN and do a good job in building Crawford into a star. So what he's saying is Terrence Crawford is not a draw like that in the sport of boxing. His pay-per-views have did terrible since he's been a pro. Now, Terrence Crawford made a lot of money now. He made his money. I ain't gonna lie. He ain't broke by a long shot. He made some good money. But they're saying that he's not a star. So what he's saying is, listen, Spence, in order for this fight to be a success, Crawford, we know Spence gonna bring his fan base. Crawford is gonna have a fan base that's gonna equal what Spence is bringing to the table or rival that, so it can justify the type of money that they want. And this is why he's saying, you know, so he's because Crawford is not a draw, yada, yada, yada. My question, but I got something that's gonna blow that out of the water. Okay, if Crawford is not a draw, why you guys did not make the fight when Crawford was still signed to Top Rank?
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying? Because if you make the fight when Crawford was still signed to Top Rank, you don't have to worry about, you don't have to worry about the economics, because you'll only be responsible for paying Errol Spence, and Top Rank will be responsible for paying Terrence Crawford. But because you did the 52 fake out, put all that bullshit out there on the internet, wrong side of the street, this and that, wrong promoter, this and that, and you had all these YouTube channels, pro PBC YouTube channels, regurgitating this same stuff. Now the rubber don't hit the road. It's time to barbecue a mildew. Terrence Crawford is a free agent. Now y'all looking stupid. Now it's like, oh shit, damn, he a free agent. We can't blame Bob Arum no more. We can't blame ESPN. We can't blame Top Rank. God damn, shit, he knocking on our door now. Like, what's up, man? What we gonna tell him, dog? The economics don't look right. They ain't gonna buy the fight. They gonna stream it. Tell him. Oh, what he want? He want too much money. He pricing himself out. Now I'm hearing all this niggas explaining. If you was worried about the economics, Tim Smith, why not make the fight when he was signed to Top Rank, like you made the fight with Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder? That's what I gotta say. Anything else you want to say, my brother?
Right. Just got a quick question. I just wanted to talk about the young lady that talked about the race card. I don't think you were specifically talking about race. I think what she failed to understand is 10 years ago, maybe 10, 15 years ago, you had to buy the pay-per-view fights if you wanted to see the fight back then. Back then, they didn't have social media like they have it now, or paper or the streaming like they have it now. Back then, with those fighters back then, you had to pay for pay-per-view if you wanted to see the fight, period. If not, you just didn't see the fight. That's why they had so many fight parties back in those days, because people used to have fight parties where everybody chip in $5, and whoever threw the fight was able to pay for the pay-per-view fight back in those days. They don't do those things anymore. Why? Because you don't have to. You can sit at your home and stream it for free if you can, right in your home by yourself. They don't do things like they used to back in those days. That's all I wanted to talk about. That's all.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Ryan from Georgia, man. Appreciate you calling in. You guys, do you guys get what I'm saying? Sometimes my mother used to tell me, because when I was young, I was a know-it-all. I knew every goddamn thing when I was young. My mom said, boy, you so smart. She said, you so smart, you stupid. You know so much that you don't know a goddamn thing. Sometimes, y'all listen. That's why. This is why I say what I say about these narratives. When you push these narratives, now look at you. Y'all was so y'all had this witness protection shit up so much, and y'all was so busy pushing these narratives. The time to make this fight was 2018. PBC, The time to make this fight was 2018, PBC, when you can share the risk. You ain't got to worry about putting up all the money for the fight. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hi, doing there, coach. It's Nigel calling from the UK in Nottingham.
Nigel calling from the UK. Talk to me, fam.
Everything that you're saying about the Bud Crawford issue, I agree with 100%. And I just put a message in the chat that the huge part of this fight not happening is the PBC damaging Crawford's buzz after he beat 2 gold medalists in Yorio in Gamboa when he was unbeaten, and in Felix Diaz when he was unbeaten. He is a 2-time lineal champion and undisputed at 140. How can you not promote that and sell that? The fans have been asking for this fight for years, and the BBC and the powers that be just ignored us over and over again. So I agree with the caller who called in a while ago and say this is the backlash from not giving us what we want. So if you're not going to give us the fight that we want, then so be it. We've got fighters like Bam Rodriguez, Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, Jared Anderson, Conor Benn, Virgil Ortiz. If they give us the fight that we want, they'll get my money. But if these guys are not going to be realistic about their so-called star power or where they're at their stages in their career, then why am I going to give them the time of day, especially my money in these times? Because as much as I love and respect both fighters, because I do, because that's the thing, I respect both fighters. I mean, it's like I'm not in either camp. I want to see the fight. I'm a fan of the fight, not a fan of the fighter. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, this should have happened, like you say, years ago, after that video was released when they were backstage talking to each other. Should have hit while the shit while the iron is hot. Like you said, Top Rank PBC could have called the joint venture and shared the cost. And this fight should have happened years ago, and now fans are like, it's not going to happen.
We got other calls. We got other calls calling in, fam. So can you wrap it up? We got other calls calling in.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I'm done, man. Thank you anyway.
All right. Shout out. Hey, shout out to my brother calling from UK. You know what, man? I'm trying to figure out why I can't see Major Key. I can see him in the chat, but I can't see him here. Shout out to Major Key, man. Shout out to Major Key Boxing, man, for why I can't see my the members. I can't see the members in here. Shout out to Major Key for renewing his membership. Foxy Brown said Errol said what he was going to do even in 2018. Yeah, man. And yeah, man, you know what, Foxy? It's the same. It's the same shit. I know the argument. Errol said he was gonna clean up his side of the street. Crawford didn't want the fight. Sis, I get it. It's the same talking points. I get it. Trust me, I get it. It's all bullshit. It's all. I'm not here to tell a person what they want to believe. I get it. I understand. I get the narrative. I get it. It is what it is, man. I don't broke this shit down so much. It was all bull. It was all smoke and mirrors. It was all smoke and mirrors in the first place. The PBC played themselves, as far as I'm concerned. The time to make that fight, you should have did the same thing with Spence and Crawford when you did when you did Tyson Fury and Wilder. Fact of the matter is, Spence can say whatever the hell he want to say. He got to do what he's told. Spence don't run shit. Spence got to do what Al Heyman told him to do. If he said that, he was saying that what Al Heyman them told him to do. Because none of those fighters at the PBC make their own fights. Fact of the matter is, the PBC overplayed their hand and they fucked it up by devaluing Crawford out there saying this and that and yada yada yada. And they're paid operatives on YouTube. They did that, and then now you're saying, well, they didn't do a good job in making him a star. Okay, well, PBC, guess what? Y'all can make him a star. That's what y'all do, right? Y'all got a roster full of stars. Why you just can't snatch him up and make him a star? Y'all the PBC? Wakanda, right? Come on, man. That's some bullshit. I ain't trying to hear that shit. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What was good, Coach? This is D calling from Syracuse, New York.
D calling from Syracuse. Talk to me, fam.
Man, what's going on, man? You know, I get sick and tired of this shit. You know what I mean? These obstacles that's coming into play. Yeah. You know what I mean? Now it's piracy. You know what I mean? But first he was on the wrong side of the street, man. It's just, to me, it's just sounding like they don't want to make this fucking fight.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, you gotta think about the revenues and all the other shit. But it's like, damn, man, we having so much harder of a time getting this fight made. The dude been a free agent for 8 months.
8 months.
Y'all said all he had to do was cross the street.
Yep.
Like, but damn, what more y'all want this nigga to do? Hula hoop through a motherfucking fire and hula hoop? Like, but the PBC making boxing look bad, man. And coach, mark my words, if this fight don't get announced in 2 weeks, Thurman and Spence will be the next fight.
Yeah.
All you Earl sexuals can say, oh, Earl say he don't want to fight Keith. Guess what? He don't run his career out.
No,
But that's my time, coach, and I appreciate you, bro.
Hey, man, salute, man. Shout out to D from Syracuse. Yeah, don't nobody run shit over there at the PBC. They do what the fuck they told. This is why these fighters at the PBC, they don't pay for their own fights. They don't pay site fees. They don't pay for the insurance. They don't do none of that. That's why they say call Al. I don't give a damn what a PBC fighter says. They say call Al for a reason. They have to do what the hell they are told. Just like if a fighter is signed with Top Rank, they got to do what the hell they are told. If a fighter is signed with Matchroom, they got to do what the hell they told. It sounds good on YouTube. It sounds good for the gram. When you're on the gram, it sounds good. I'm my own boss. Call Al. You're on wrong side street. It sounds good. It sounds good. But the fact of the matter is, there's no fighter that's signed to a promotional company or a management company, whatever PBC is, that can do what the hell they want to do. Period. You get what I'm saying? Fact of the matter is, the PBC played themselves on this one. They play, in my opinion, they played themselves on this one. Shout out to Jugs. Hey, okay. For dropping that half for bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Carla, hold on. Jugs, what you say? You say, coach, I have never paid. You say, I have never paid for a Canelo fight. It's always casuals who pay and invite me over. Somehow, they know about Loma, Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia, and Canelo. I mean, yeah, they probably know about all of those fighters, but you know, all they willing to pay for them. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the thing. That you have fans, you have the paying public, and you just have the public who may like the boxers. But I get what you're saying.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Yo, what's good, coach? This is Ron from Vermont.
Ron from Vermont. Talk to me, fam.
Yeah, I was about to call Al because Mal wasn't answering, bro. Them phone lines is hot.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, I can't get through.
Go ahead.
You know, coach, I look at it like this, man. Back in the day, I was right in the middle of that fray when I thought like all of the black channels were all about this unity, about like, you know, making sure that we get the fights that we see. But you know, one day I was on Black Fight Fans channel. I'm gonna just say his name. And I was like, man, you know, you like the ESPN of boxing because that's how much I looked up to Black Fight Fans. He's like, nah, fuck that. I ain't like that. And I was like, that's what he said. And I'm like thinking to myself, like, you got this platform where all these black people come to, and you could make a difference in making sure that, you know, boxing is back. That's what I'm thinking to myself. But he didn't look at it like that. He was just like a person who was just biased towards one state, and he allowed people to call Terrence Crawford top ranked trophy in the chat, mind you. So the divide came along because this is what we was dealing with. We was dealing with an ignorant people who kept people from being together and growing the sport. And this is why it is. They didn't even ask them to buy Terrence Crawford's fight. All they did was down that man. The whole time I was over there, I saw this firsthand. So, you know, and it's like, I buy Spence fights. That's the thing. I buy Wilder fights. I buy Spence fights. I bought all of their fights because I used to be down with them. But they don't do the same. All they can do is degrade one to build up another. And it's biased. So they must be getting paid from PBC. That's all I can think of, the way they took boxing to this point where we can't even get the fight. Our penny don't mean shit. That's what I get out of it. Like, our penny don't mean nothing. You know? I'm sad I bought the Ugas versus Spence fight now. That's the way I look at it.
Hey, man, it is what it is. It is what it is, Ron, man. Hey, thank you, man. Hey, shout out to my main man, Ron, for calling in, man. Thank you for calling, my brother. Salute to you, fam.
All right, Paul.
Shout out to Ron. In my opinion, they fumbled the ball. In my opinion, they fumbled the ball. You see what I'm saying? They fumbled the ball. Say PBC fumbled the ball on this one, coach. In my opinion, they fumbled the ball. They should have did. Shout out to Foxy. What you say, Foxy Brown? You say, well, people can talk to their mouth, catch fire. Been into boxing back in the day when boxing was boxing. Not these boxers are doing now. Foxy Brown, this is the thing I have to say too, sis. It's just my opinion. I can't get caught up into the feelings. You hate Bob Arum. You think he racist. Your PBC is all for black fighters, even though you ignore the fact that, you know, Waddell and Reed, a white investment company, who invested money in them, and their PBC is really not a black company. It doesn't matter. Whatever narrative these people want to push. Not you, Foxy, but I'm saying whoever want to push these narratives. Fact of the matter is, the time to make this fight, Foxy, was when Crawford was with Top Rank. That's so you don't have to worry about putting up all the money for the fight. If finances is the thing that you are concerned about, and this is clearly what they're talking about, why didn't you make the fight when he was with Top Rank instead of playing hardball? Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? This is Warren from Alabama.
Warren from Alabama, talk to me.
What's good? Hey, my thing is about the fight with Errol Spence Crawford. Is we all know this is undisputed. If Bud beat Spence and they lose all the belts, that's all their money. So they try to make sure they got all their money they can. So if just in case Errol lose, they can still make money in that division. So I ain't gonna hold you up. I just think they're gonna make sure they're gonna lose all their money. It's gonna be well worth it. That's my opinion on the fight. You know, I've been watching you, shout out to your show. You know what I'm saying? God bless you.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, thank you so much, man. Warren from Alabama. Salute to you, my brother. Thank you for calling. Hey, that's all I'm saying. If you're saying right here, check this out, guys. Check this out. How do you think the Wilder and Tyson Fury fight got made? Deontay Wilder is a PBC fighter. Tyson Fury is a top-ranked fighter. How do you think that fight got made? Top Rank and PBC made a deal together. Last time I checked, Tyson Fury is with Top Rank, right? He fought on ESPN, right? Terrence Crawford was with Top Rank. He fought on ESPN. How can you make a fight with Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury on the different sides of the street, different promoters, different networks? How can you make that fight? But then when Crawford was with Top Rank, he on the wrong side of the street. He got to sign with the PBC if you want to make that fight. Well, Tyson Fury didn't have to sign with the PBC to make that fight. Tyson Fury wasn't on the wrong side of the street. What's the difference? And these dudes, they went harder. Like, bro, I don't get it, dog. Like, again, I ain't got but a GED. But I got a master's degree in common sense. You're going to have to explain to me how the double standards and the hypocrisy is what I point out. And I tell you niggas time and time again, these guys who push these narratives, I say if you guys do not have a double standard, you will not have a standard at all. How you make a fight with Wilder and Tyson Fury not one time, not two times, but three times? No wrong side of the street, no network issues, none of that. But then when it comes to Terrence Crawford, Top Rank told me, wrong side of the street, 60-40, 80-20, 70-30. He got to be realistic. Sign the contract. Bob Arum blocking the fight. He never should have signed with Top Rank. But then what happened to, okay, well, how Tyson Fury fight got made? He went Top Rank. He was on the wrong side of the street. What happened with that? Oh, that's different. That's different. True. Bob, the Top Rank, the Tyson Fury fight got made because Top Rank was responsible for taking care of all the financial responsibilities for Tyson Fury. And the PBC was responsible for taking care of all the financial responsibilities for Deontay Wilder. They split the costs right down the middle. They shared the profits right down the middle. So how come you can make that fight, but then when it comes to Crawford, black boxing fans, the Wakanda niggas is what I like to call them, it's wrong side of the street, promotion of the company, this, that. Please make it make sense to me. He got to be a star, pay-per-view star. I'm just, I point out the double standards. Shout out to Jugs for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy. Hey Leroy,
Super chat received.
playtime's over, boy. Hey, what you say, fam? You say eventually Crawford or Spence are going to catch the right tomato king, and he would take their O. You know what? If Crawford and Spence ain't gonna fight each other again, I have no loyalty to Errol Spence. I'm not from Texas. I let that emotional attachment. I leave that to you boys and girls in Texas. I don't have an emotional attachment to Terrence Crawford. I'm not from Omaha, Nebraska. I leave that to you guys. All I'm saying is this. I see the double standards. When it's Wilder PBC, Tyson Fury top rank, different ESPN, Showtime, with Fox, there's no problems. When it's Crawford, top rank, Spence PBC, wrong networks, wrong side of the street. Bob Arum is rocking the fight. You signed to the wrong promoter. And I'm like, damn, what was the difference between that and Fury? Oh, well, that different. Oh, you know what? You can't beat these dudes because they argue both sides of the coin. They argue heads and tails. You can't beat them. You can't beat these dudes. Because as soon as you pin them down and show them their double standards, you catch them dead to the right. Guess what? You can't beat them. No, nigga, you said heads. Oh, well, now I'm saying tails. Hey, okay. Now I'm saying tails. True.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Now they're saying tails. So guess what? Y'all ain't gonna fight each other? Fine. And the money ain't there? Fine. Guess what? Let's go ahead and let Spence fight somebody else. Let him fight more than likely he probably gonna fight Keith Thurman. More than likely. Fight Keith Thurman next, and let Crawford go ahead and fight Virgil Ortiz. WBO go ahead and mandate either that or WBO. Go ahead when it's time up. Go ahead and mandate Virgil Ortiz to fight Crawford. Make him drop that belt or move up. And IBF go ahead and mandate Bruce Ennis, who was #1 in the IBF, mandate him to be the mandatory to the IBF to fight Spence. That's what they do. Since the money ain't there for them to fight each other, go ahead and let's see Bruce fight doggone Spence. And because he's #1 in the IBF and Virgil Ortiz is #1 in the WBO, let go ahead or Virgil Ortiz fight Crawford. How about that? I don't mind seeing that. I don't believe in protecting no fighters. I don't protect fighters, dog. I don't protect fighters. Not me. I don't protect fighters, dog. I don't protect them. I don't do that. If the niggas as good as we say they is, guess what? Fight them young jitterbugs. Fight them young jitterbugs. Fight them. That's the way I see it. Jitterbugs is waiting. Ricky Ricardo, what you say? You say PBC has 4 stallions left. Charlo, Spence, Tank, Jamel Charlo is in the pay-per-view guy. Nah, Jamel can't sell worth shit. He worse than Crawford. He say, but he got the belts. And the other 3 at risk. PBC hesitant to risk the other top fighters, hence inactivity. He say Crawford is in the sanctioning by the WBO that allows him to challenge the champion from 147 to 154. Yeah, you saying whoever had a WBO belt? Yeah. Shout out to Boxing Talk. You say I understand it from a PBC side. They say what happens if Crawford wins and takes all the belts? They don't have him under contract, even if spending money on promoting the fight, etc. Yeah, but we don't. But you can't say you understand it from the PBC side. I'm gonna tell you why. We don't even know what the PBC position is from a standpoint of we don't know if it's gonna be a multi-fight deal. We don't know what they're trying to work out. We don't know. In order to understand it from the PBC side, we would have to understand what the PBC side is. We don't know what their side. We know their side is money, and according to what Tim Smith said, Boxing Talk 101, he said that money is the issue. It's economics. He said economics. So we know that's their side, right? Now, how many years you want to, what the contract's for, I don't know. I'm not the YouTube channel that's going to tell you, my source told me this, my source told me that. Even though my source did tell me a lot of stuff, but guess what? I'm never going to say what he told me. I'm never going to say it. Because I want to wait and see if what he's saying is lining up with what I'm seeing. If I don't see what he's saying, I'll come out and report some shit and come to find out, man, I was wrong. So I'm not gonna jump the gun. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna just wait and see. Shout out to Faith to Live By. For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Faith to Live By, you say both Wilder and Fury wanted to fight each other. Seems like Crawford was the only one that really wanted to always wanted to fight Spence. Yes, that is true in the beginning, yes. Because Spence said wrong side of the street. I got to clean up my side first. And that is true. We got the video. The video footage speak for itself. I can always play what he said out of his own mouth. That's easy to be said, but but it is what it is, man. It just is what it is. And it'll be a shame for us boxing fans that we don't get this fight. It really will be a shame.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
It really is a shame. It really is a shame. It really is a shame. You get what I'm saying? It really is. It really is a shame. You know what I mean? But I'm just calling the way I see it. This is what this guy is saying. You're going to have to explain to me. You're going to have to explain to me. See, and the reason why I would never get these interviews, I would probably never get an LB interview. I'm totally fine with that. I would never get an interview from any fighter from the PBC. I'm totally fine with that. I probably never get an interview with Crawford. I'm totally fine with that. I probably never get an interview from none of these guys. I'm totally fine with that. All I know is I'm a voice out here on these YouTube streets. I talk about this shit every day, and I ask common sense questions. And if I ever got that opportunity to ask these questions, these are the questions that I'm going to ask. Why y'all didn't make that fight when he was with the if he was worried about economics, why y'all didn't make that fight when he was with Top Rank? Why did you guys go in the campaign devaluing this guy, saying he's not a draw, he's not this, he's not that, and you had operative YouTube channels who were saying this and that, yada, 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 blah, this, quasi, and now he's a free agent. Now y'all shaking like booty meat. I got some serious questions to ask, and I ain't gonna hold back. I'm gonna just ask it. I'm gonna just ask it. Fuck it. Again, I ain't on the payroll for none of them niggas. I'm good. I got my own money. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Yo, it's T Skills, man. Calling from Jersey.
T Skills calling from Jersey. Talk to me.
Hey, well, I just want to say, I kind of feel like y'all being a little unfair when it comes to Spence. I don't feel like Spence was afraid to fight Crawford.
I never said that.
I feel like Spence,
I never said that, sir. I never said that, sir.
You said that he said that he had to clean up his side of the street and all that, and then you saying that as if it was like he wasn't. Spence has always been interested in the Crawford fight. Spence has always said he wanted to go and take Crawford's belt. Even when soon as Crawford got his belt, Spence said that he wanted that belt because he was going for undisputed a long time ago. He wanted to grab everything that he can grab, meaning he wanted to take all the fights that could be made with no problem on his side. You see the issue that he's having now with Crawford. That would have been the same issue back then. I don't know why y'all acting like this wouldn't have been the same issue if he was with ESPN, because it was. Bob Arum, one of the reasons why Crawford said he was leaving ESPN is because he said that Bob was unable to secure the Spence fight.
So what's the problem now,
so
sir?
Come on. Now look, I'm a fan of Crawford and I'm a fan of Spence.
What's the problem now, sir?
Time. No, I'm just saying. I just wanted to clear that up a little bit because I just felt like
I totally disagree with you.
It was unfair for Spence, for some of the things that y'all saying.
Listen. I totally disagree with you. There's nothing, and I want to be clear on this, my brother. I understand your position as it relates to Spence. I get it, but I want to clarify this. I never said that Spence was afraid of Crawford. That's one. You interpreted it that way, so I didn't say that. But as it relates to your position, there's nothing in life that you will be able to tell me as it relates to this particular situation that I will ever agree with you in this lifetime. The only thing me and you can do, my brother, we can agree to disagree. You feel the way you feel about it. I totally disagree with you on that. I made my position clear as to what I said, but I respect your opinion, but we just have to agree to disagree on that, with all due respect.
Well, so you disagreeing that Spence didn't hold up his word, because he held up his word, right?
I just repeated what he said. Back then, he said that, you're on the wrong side of the street. He said, you with the wrong network. Bob Arum this. He said that he gonna clean up his side of the street first. This is what he said. I never said he was afraid. I've just regurgitated what he said. That's what he said.
Okay.
That's what he said.
Okay.
I'm past that. I'm past that. Right now, from what Tim Smith is saying, Tim Smith is saying that the reason why this fight is not happening, my brother, is because of economics. I had Steve Kim on this show. Steve Kim said that from what he's learned, both fighters want $20 million apiece. That's unrealistic for both fighters. And if you add that up, to what Tim Smith is saying, he's saying that economics is the problem. He's saying that Crawford is not a star. That's facts. He's not a star. He didn't do well selling pay-per-views. You won't get no argument with me on that. Fact of the matter is, but Errol Spence is not a star either. He's known in Texas. You know what I mean? He does good numbers for what he does, but both of these guys, but hear me out. Both of these guys are asking for Canelo Alvarez type money. The only problem is you can take Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence and you can mold them into one fighter and they don't equal Canelo. They don't equal half of a Canelo. That's the problem. And what the PBC is saying is, from what I'm seeing, they have a black demographics. They have a black fan base. They're saying that these guys are not going to buy. They're going to stream the fights and not pay for it. And for the type of money that Spence and Crawford is,
you putting piracy on black people?
No, not me. Honestly, no, hear me out, my brother. I'm not me. I'm saying.
So you telling me? I mean, so these people think that no other race is interested in Crawford and Spence. Do you? All right, I hear what you're saying.
But hear me out, my brother. I'm gonna tell you why I know for a fact he's saying that, because he didn't say that for Canelo. People still pirate fights, right? People still illegally stream fights, right? How come money was readily available for Canelo Alvarez, but when it comes to Spence and Crawford, regardless of who get what, I don't care if Spence get $10 million, $20 million, and Crawford get $1 million. Guess what? I'm not getting a dime of it. I don't care if Crawford get 10 million. Do you get what I'm saying?
They've been trying to feed that narrative for Spence. Spence, David, I don't see nobody besides Canelo Alvarez. No other boxer right now besides Canelo Alvarez is selling more than the top boxers, top black boxers. None of them are.
Yeah, Tank and Spence.
And then when you look at people like Ryan Garcia with the $20 tickets and all that, no black boxer got $20 tickets. That's at the top. You ain't gonna get no $20 ticket from Javante Davis. You ain't gonna get that from the Charlo. You're not gonna get that from Spence. You're not gonna get that nowhere. And they selling up. They're getting the most pay-per-view buys you can get in this era of piracy. They're getting it. And the only other person that's topping them is Canelo. So I don't understand the narrative of black fighters don't sell. That don't make sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, skills. It's crazy, man. Like, this shit has me frustrated, to be honest with you, because I'm like, dude, like, okay, I don't care. I'm at this point, I don't care. I don't care if, you know, Spence is the bigger star. He does the more pay-per-views. He deserves to get a mansion. He deserved to get a lap dance from Beyonce. He deserved to get 20 million plus another 40 million on the back end. I don't care about none of that shit. And if you feel like Crawford, he don't deserve to get paid. He should get paid $2 and take whatever they give him. If that's how you feel, fine. I'm past all of that, because I get it. I've been hearing it since I've been on YouTube. Fact of the matter is, why the fight hasn't been made.
Because Crawford didn't do what Devin Haney did.
What was that?
That's it. Crawford is the one that supposedly wants to fight so bad, then Crawford is the one that has to take the bite the bullet. You can't ask for 20 million because you don't sell. You don't sell. You can't ask for that. Spence alone can fill up a Dallas stadium.
No, he can't fill out Dallas. No, he can't. No. I have to correct you on that. Errol Spence never sold out Dallas Stadium. The only guy that ever did that was Canelo Alvarez.
Well, he got close.
Canelo sold out. I think Errol Spence had like 39,000, at Dallas Stadium, something like that. 40,000 his last fight, but the only one I did that was
generate millions of dollars. Is what I'm saying. And we all heard from Bob Arum's mouth Crawford has been doing nothing for them but losing money. All they've been doing is losing money.
That's what he said. But guess what? He tried to re-sign him.
Well, of course. I mean,
you get what I'm saying? Hey, you know, get what I'm saying? If you losing money on a commodity, why would you try to re-sign that commodity that you said you were losing money on? So I kind of look at that shit as cap, because he didn't show no respect. He didn't show no proof. He didn't show no proof that he was losing money on Crawford. Now, Crawford wasn't selling pay-per-views. I totally agree with that. But he was doing damn good at the live gate. They don't talk about the live gate. He was doing damn good at the live gate. No, not Omaha. I'm talking about Vegas. That last fight with Sean Porter did damn good at the gate.
Crawford deserves to get paid, but he does not deserve to get paid more than Earl Spence, because when it comes to the economics, Earl Spence is just better there. But when it comes to skills, to me, they're 50-50, man. And that's it. Crawford got full of Devin Haney. He has, if he wants that, if he wants to be undisputed, and he wants to be the king, and he wants to shut everybody up, he's gonna have to bite the bullet and take the smaller purse.
Take less money,
or even find a 2-fight deal and take a smaller purse this time. And if he wins, then ask for more money next time.
Take less money. You know what? I have no problem with that. I have no problem with that. If he really wants this fight that bad, you know, he can say, "Hey, look, man, I'll be willing to take less money in order to make the fight happen." The problem is this here. Errol Spence don't deserve no $20 million either if you're going to go that route. Like, he doesn't deserve $20 million.
Oh, no. I feel as though
he's never got paid $20 million before in his life. Never.
No, you're right. So I feel as though if Crawford makes that sacrifice, then Spence has to make the sacrifice as well. Right. I feel like they should be signing contracts that should talk about breaking up the money after everything is all said and done. Since everybody is speculating on whether the fight is going to do good or not, how about we put up a contract where, you know, if 20 million is there when the fight is done, then we want it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if it didn't live up to its potential, then we'll be willing to take what we signed for.
Yeah, you know, man, Skills, thank you so much for calling in. You from Jersey, right?
Yeah, Jersey. Yeah, 113, man.
Thank you, brother, for calling in, man. You made some valid points as of late to that. Some things I agree with you with, some things I don't, but you made some valid points. Right. I have no problem with that. You know, again, Devin Haney set the president. So Devin Haney set the president. So these boys got to sit down and swallow their pride and be like, "Look here, man, it is what it is," and make the fight happen. If not, move the fuck on and let the young guns. Fuck it. It is what it is. Hey, caller, thank you for calling in. Thank you for calling in.
Yeah, no doubt, bro.
Shout out to Rock Bond for dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy. Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
What to say, fam? He say, let them vent, coach.
From the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Shout out to Jugs for dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
What to say, fam? Well, what you say, Jugs? You say, what to say, Judge? You say drop that Broner LB video for the last call.
Shut that soft ass shit up.
And the best man
Shut that that's some soft ass shit. Shut that soft ass shit up. All that soft talking. I know you can do it, man. You got to. Man, shut that soft ass shit up.
Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Coach, this is Adrian Reyna from Dallas, Texas.
Adrian, talk to me.
You know, what's up, Coach? You been doing good?
Yeah, I've been great. I'm doing real good. Real good.
I know you wrapping up, so I'm gonna keep it simple and easy as I can be with you, Coach.
Yes, sir.
You know, that last caller had some good points and some all right points. He sounds kind of angry though for being from New York. He ain't got no bite in the crime right there. He ain't got nothing to do with Dallas. I'll tell you that. New York, wherever, New Jersey. Homie, you stay in your shift. I know you like my boxing, but you can't be from me, baby. We from D-Town, we from D-Block. We keep it real right here. We real hood. I don't care about them Baltimore people. Yeah, we hood. Yeah, our hood. We don't have any milk. Well, guess what? We barely drinking milk here too. So don't give me that shit about we better see more hood than y'all. Nah, come to Southside Dallas, baby. We're gonna see what's up. Anyways, coach, I'm trying to say this straight up, all right?
Yeah,
Errol Spence Jr., yes, he deserves 70% at least. Oh, no, never mind. That's stupid. 55%. Yeah, let's just go 55-45. That's perfect. Terrence Crawford has proven himself to be. I never really liked Terrence Crawford. I always had that Manny Pacquiao. That Manny Pacquiao was scared of Terrence Crawford. That Bob Arum was trying to get rid of Manny, so he was going to unleash Terrence Crawford on him.
Yeah.
I never really saw him that great until I saw him start, moving up in rank, and you know how ultimately you see what kind of fighter they are.
Yeah.
But right now at this moment, I think what Bob Arum saying that you got to charge $20 or whatever, that's pathetic. He would never do that himself.
Yeah.
I would never see him do that. He's not that dumb. He's just mad because he's not going to be a part of the big fight. Okay. Now we can say a part of the big fight, or we can say the big fight, but we still haven't seen nothing yet. We just hear nothing but talk.
Yeah.
So until we see somebody sign, like just when Floyd Mayweather posted on Instagram, when Manny Pacquiao and him signed to fight, hey, we were happy. So just like you, coach, I won't believe it till I see it. I won't believe it till I see them both in the ring.
Yeah.
But Terrence Crawford does deserve, coach. He deserves at least close, not half, but at least 45% of the pot. He deserves. He's proven himself. These guys are the legitimate number one, number two. Same thing that I can see where it was, and I'm gonna tell you how the fight's gonna go. I know you got to go, coach, and I know I got to go. But I can tell you that the fight will remind me of Sugar Ray Leonard versus Hagler. I mean, no, not Hagler. Hagler. It will remind me of Sugar Ray versus Hagler. Maybe they were older already at their age, but I think that Terrence Crawford going in there, and I'm an Errol Spence fan. Okay, I respect him. I love it that he's come up and done what he has to do. But I feel that Terrence Crawford has the combinations, the movement, the leadership in the ring, like how to he knows how to adapt to everything. Well, Errol Spence, he's like a truck. He's just going right there. He's going to hit you. He's going to hit you. But I feel like Sugar Ray Leonard's version is going to be Terrence Crawford, and Hagler's version will be Errol Spence Jr. I could see it going 12 rounds and majority going for Terrence Crawford. That's what I think, coach.
All right,
That's
man.
what I think.
What do you think? Shout out to Adrian. Right now, man, I can't think nothing until I see the fight. I'm past it. Right now, this fight is a fantasy for me, and I don't even want to think about who gonna win, yada yada yada. We don't heard every different breakdown. I heard a lot of strong arguments for why Spence should win. Strong arguments why Crawford should win. Fact of the matter is, there's nothing done. We ain't got no contracts. Yeah. Nobody signed nothing. There's nothing. And me, I'm just like, it is what it is, man. So I tell you what I think if this fight happens. If it happens, I tell you what I think. Right now, what I think we need to get some kind of fight announcement, and both guys need to be realistic on what they want. That's what I think. That's what I think. But shout out to you, Adrian.
It's getting late. It's getting late. All right, coach. Appreciate you. Have a blessed day.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Faith to live by. Hey, okay. For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy. Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy. What they say, fam? You say, see, coach, that's that bull. Spence excuses again. That's what's wrong. Bud been begging for the Spence fight for 4 or 5 years.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Man, fact of the matter is this, dog. Fact of the matter is this. And I shout out to Steve Kim for calling into the show. Both guys want $20 million. Bullshit. Ain't neither one of them niggas worth no $20 million a piece. I'm just saying to me. But I don't get none of the money anyways. I don't care. I don't care if Spence can get the whole cow, 10 hog head cheese sandwiches, $20 million on the back end, $5 million on the front end, a Mercedes, 2 Rolls Royces, and a half a mansion in Dallas, Texas. I don't care. I don't care if Terrence Crawford get 2 mansions in Vegas, a car lot full of Rolls Royces, 2 chains with a diamond bezel in it. I don't know nothing about jewelry or nothing like that. 18 Rolexes. I don't care. Guess what? I don't get no goddamn money. Crawford ain't paying me. Spence ain't paying me. Ain't neither one of them niggas my fighters. I like Terrence Crawford. He's my favorite fighter. But guess what? I don't have no emotional investment in Terrence Crawford like that. And I damn sure ain't got no emotional attachment in Errol Spence. I'm not from Texas. I'm from Florida, FLA, right? I'm a fan of the sport of boxing more than I am a fan of a particular fighter. I love boxing more than I love Errol Spence. I love boxing more than I love Terrence Crawford. When both of them niggas retire, guess what? I'ma still be watching boxing. Guess what? Before I ever heard of an Errol Spence or a Terrence Crawford, I was watching boxing. When them niggas leave and retire, if I'm still alive, I'm still gonna be watching boxing. Do you want to know why? Because the sport of boxing is bigger than two goddamn individuals. So I'm calling it right down the middle. If I offend some Bud fans, fine. If I offend some, and I'm a Bud fan. If I offend some Spence fans, fine. Nigga, let's get the fight. Call both of them. I don't care. If you're from Omaha, Nebraska, call Spence. Call Bud. If you're from Dallas, Texas, call Spence. Get Al Heyman on the phone. Call Joe Biden. Get in contact with the National Guard. Call the Republican Party. Call the Democrat Party. Call your local congressman. Call whoever the hell you need to call to make this fight happen. All that living vicariously through your fighter? Yeah, I want my fighter to get this. Why? Nigga, you ain't getting none of it. You at home playing your PS5. You at home playing your PS5 right now, eating up all the children's cereal, drinking all the Kool-Aid. You doing that there. Some of you guys got too much energy and what a fighter should get paid. Nigga, you got a net worth of 2 figures. You broke. You ain't got no money. What the hell you worried about 2 multi-millionaires? Who should get this and who should get that? If you love boxing, you should want to see the fight more so than worry about what the hell they making. That's the goddamn problem. You niggas so busy finaging and promoting, breaking all the commandments. I get it. You got an emotional attachment to your guy because he's from Dallas. I get it. You got an emotional attachment to your guy because he's from Texas. I get it. Guess what? When he eat, you don't eat. When he get his check, you don't get your check. Come on, man. Y'all grown men got to stop this shit out. Living vicariously through a fighter's life, y'all got to cut that shit out, dog. That's all I'm saying. Call me when the fight happens. That's all I want to know. Call me when the fight happens. That's all I care about. All the other shit, breaking down the fight, Karate Joe gonna fight Kung Fu Joe, Karate Joe gonna fight Kung Fu Mike, and Kung Fu Mike and Karate Joe gonna get together and they gonna do this, or Kung Fu Joe gonna get with Karate Mike and they gonna do this, and my fighter, because he's from my state, and they know, and we gonna do this to the boy from Omaha, and then the boy from Omaha, you know, he gonna do this to the dude from Texas. Guess what? Ain't neither one of them gonna do a goddamn thing, because they ain't fighting nobody. Right now, Spence and Crawford ain't doing shit. Ain't no fight, no contract. We ain't heard shit. We hearing the same shit, the same stories from the same YouTube channels, different variations of the same goddamn story. That's all we've been hearing. If you pro Spence, Crawford is shit. He garbage. He ain't nothing. He need to get paid $5. If you pro Spence, my dude need to get paid $50 million, $20 million, $30 million, and he need to shut up and be quiet and open himself. And if you team Crawford, you got an argument the other way. Nigga, can we get the fight? Y'all niggas arguing over something that's not even a reality. Over something that's not even a reality. Tim Smith is telling you that ain't no money for this fight. That's what he's saying. They got money for Canelo, but they ain't got money for Spence and Crawford. They got the usual contracts, the 1.5 guaranteed, and the rest on the back end. Apparently, Spence want more than 1.5 this time. And Crawford damn sure want more than 1.5. So both fighters, this is a PSA to both fighters. I'm talking to the nigga from Dallas, Texas, and I'm talking to the nigga from Omaha, Nebraska. Both of y'all need to sit your black asses down and work this shit out. I care nothing about getting an interview from you guys. I care nothing about if you like me. That's fine. I'm cool with that. I didn't get in this shit for interviews. I got in this shit, man, because I love the sport of boxing. Can you niggas get together? You, Al Heyman, the PBC, Place to Be, Young MC, Busta Rhymes. Can y'all get together and just make this shit happen, man? Stop asking for whatever amount of money you want to make and bet on yourself and fight each other. That's all I care about. True, true, true. That's all I care about, dog, at this point. That's all I care about at this point. At this point, that's all I care about. I'm just being dead serious at this point. Let's give everybody a round of applause. And fact of the matter is, ain't neither one of you niggas Canelo. Ain't none of y'all doing what Canelo doing. You got a black promotional company, quote unquote, that don't even believe in two black fighters. You got a black promotional company, quote unquote, that don't believe in paying these two black fighters the big money that they want. I guess that get rid of that Wakanda shit, huh? No more Wakanda, right? Big Nello come through. Oh, goddamn, Canelo. Yes, well, how much you want? Canelo, we got $100 million for you, Canelo. Canelo, we got $100 million for you. Please sit right here. Yeah, I don't know, Puto. Yeah, I don't like the way you guys handled me last time, Puto. What you talking about, Canelo? We paid you $40 million guaranteed. We ain't never played no PBC fighter $40 million guaranteed. We gave it to Canelo. Now I go to tell you what they think about your black fighters. All you Wakanda niggas. Let's make it do what it do, man. I'm just tired of the shit, dog. I'm tired, dog. I'm tired. I'm just tired, dog. I'm tired. I'm just being honest with you. I'm tired. Shout out to Rob Boy Fresh. Shout out to Dantes. Shout out to Chickarelli. Shout out to Lil Green Eyes P. Salute to Charlo. Shout out to Ahmed. Shout out to Thomas Jones. Shout out to Fissiana Fights. Salute to my sister Misfit. Shout out to Retro Boston and Documentary. Shout out to School of X-Mon. Shout out to Ride of the Storm. Philly Fly with the Lick Reed. Agent Big 30. Ace Sneed. Dr. Paul Evans. Shout out to my sister Arlette. Lisa Bales. Smith and West. What's going on, fam, from Detroit? Punch Perfect Boxing. Damian Bennett. Knockdown 305. My homeboy from Dade County. Shout out to Mark Nash from the ATL. Shout out to Here to There. Shout out to my brother from Omaha, Nebraska. True Gritter 402. Salute to my brother, man. Shout out to Hell Hero Elite. Shout out to Jay Rodriguez. Shout out to Fola Bond. We went a little bit over today, guys, but it is what it is. Shout out to Philo 58. Shout out to Dean West. Shout out to Jim 82. Shout out to Will. Shout out to Miguel Chonico. Shout out to my sister Bless 365. Shout out to Carmen Serene. Shout out to Kathy W. Shout out to Jason Dockery. Salute to AV Sounds. Keep your head up, fam. Shout out to Troy Graham from B-More. Bush the Can Man Cassidy. Modern King Boxing. Ralph Reacts. MFB. Shout out to Bernard Burton. Shout out to Juan Carrillo. Shout out to Arnold Moketsi. Shout out to Big Hawk from Maryland. Shout out to Manny Dosiento Inuebi. Shout out to Major Key Boxing from Old Town. Shout out to Deborah Booker. Shout out to Dub. What's going on, Dub? Right side. Shout out to Just a Fan. Shout out to Lady Shan. Shout out to Jumping for Life. Shout out to Javon Soto. Candy Slim 501. Boxing Nerd. What it do? Easy EP. Manny G. Flex BX. Old Daddy Boxing. Frank the Tank with the Big Bang. Ricky Ricardo. Al Money always getting money. LaShawn. I'm hashtag BWON Dub. Shout out to Frank Forbes. Shout out to BWG. Shout out to Get Test Up Boxing. Shout out to Oscar. What's going on, fam? Shout out to Stephen Bateman. Shout out to BG from the Hot Boys. Shout out to the one Mr. Ham. Shout out to Massachusetts Fishing. Shout out to John Doe. What up, Doe? Shout out to Sabrina Lee. And shout out to S. Kamani. S. Kamani, what's going on? Let's give a shout out to everybody, some people in the chat. Shout out to the phone call. Shout out to S1 from Texas. Shout out to O from Cali. Shout out to Jared from B-More. Shout out to Wale Lion from B-More. Shout out to Archie from Vegas. Flatline, Mr. Archie, Flatline. Shout out to Bad Girl TKO from San Diego. Shout out to Steve from Philly. Shout out to Ryan from GA. Shout out to D from Syracuse. Shout out to Big Ron from Vermont. Shout out to Warren from Alabama. Shout out to T Skills from New Jersey. And shout out to Agent from Dallas, Texas. Yeah, man, I ain't playing, man, today, man. It is what it is, man. I just want to see the goddamn fight, man. These niggas want to talk about who's supposed to get what, this and that, like these niggas gonna get some of the money. Shout out to Nigel, man. For dropping that 179. Bam, pound on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
I tell you what, y'all call me when the fight is done. And if it's not done, y'all call me and let me know, and we can move on to the next hit. I'm tired of Spence, and I'm tired of Crawford, and I'm tired of the PBC, and I'm tired of everything affiliated with any of that shit. I'm tired of ESPN, unless they can give me the goddamn fight, fuck all them niggas.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Shout out to Jose. Shout out to Little Green Eyes P. Shout out to Nelly, man. Shout out to Plagiarism. Shout out to Rockman, my brother Rockman. Shout out to Diallo Huggy Bear in the building. What's going on, man? Shout out to my main man, Slider Deal. Shout out to the Boxing Historian was here. Shout out to my brother Retro Boxing and Documentaries, the Boxing Scientist. Shout out to L. Harvey. Shout out to School of X-Mon. Shout out to my sister Misfit, man. Wicked and 10. It is what it is, man. I said what I said. Fuck it. It is what it is, man. Guess what? And shout out to Terrence Crawford's sister, Letitia Crawford. I can promise you, I don't want the interview, sis. I don't want the interview. I'm good. I don't dick ride for interviews. But shout out to Lakeisha Crawford. I much love for you, sister. But I don't dick ride for interviews. You ain't never got to worry about me asking doing that for any of those fighters. I don't dick ride for interviews. I just want to see the fight. If you want to impress me, both let Crawford and Spence get their ass in the ring and they let them work this shit out. Until then, man, fuck everybody. Fuck all of them. Fuck PBC. Fuck Spence. Fuck Crawford. Fuck ESPN. Fuck everybody. Until we see this fight, get in there with Boots. Get in there with Ortiz. I ain't capping for none of them niggas. I'm from West Tampa, Florida, and I'm out of here. True. And it is what it is.
You're begging me not to leave you, and I refuse to let you go.
I said what I said. I stand on that shit. We holler. It is what it is. Like I said before, man, I'll be on my show tonight, late on the night, Midnight Conversations, man. You know my motto. I see you guys tomorrow, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I said what I said. I stand on it. You ain't got to worry about me asking for no interviews. I'm good, homie. Other than that, that's it. It's about Coach Malachi Wimp signing out. NewMediaTodayUSA Boxing. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.